I have changed for the bad boost.
We're here for lesson number 2. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our YouTube channel. We're commonsensesisters.
Yes.
My name is Eller, and seated beside me here is my beautiful, the one and only lady in the ombre hair colors.
Yo-yo.
Yes. My sister, the one and only Yo-yo of Common Sense Sisters.
Please, if it's your first time joining us, you are welcome. Okay.
Remember to subscribe
and hit the like
button
as you come into the show, because sometimes it can be really spicy in here and you
forget.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If you are joining us from the first live show, which we did earlier, thank you and welcome back to the Common Sense Squad. We appreciate you all and
for spending your Saturday.
For spending your Saturdays
this hot Saturday.
Because we look forward to spending it with you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Now, the regularly scheduled announcement, because we have to start this one real quick. If you're new to the channel, we have some squad obligations: being respectful, be open-minded, stay on topic, don't use bad words, subscribe, because it's free. And it's a good thing to do. Subscribe, please.
Okay.
Like and share the video and hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever we post our videos. If you're new to the squad, you can check out the About page to learn about the Common Sense Sisters and the Common Sense Squad. Our community page is there for regular updates. Like, for example, we put the link to this live show in the community tab so that you can go there and click it and come and watch us live.
Yeah.
And then we have our playlist fully equipped to satisfy you in any sphere of life. If you're hungry, there's a food playlist for you. If you want to know about Canada immigration, there's one for you. Live shows, every single thing.
Vlogs.
The channel is literally
debates, organized.
It's a whole
wholesome
it's
channel.
Like the DSTV on YouTube.
It's organic.
There are different things for you to watch. And while you're watching it, please watch the advert with it, I beg. Thank you. And finally, you can find us on different social media platforms. We are Common Sense Sisters everywhere you go, spreading the gospel of common sense and one person at a time.
And everybody from the squad.
Yeah. That's
relationship people.
That's what we do.
Today's topic is these people that are decades in the relationship.
A decade
of love.
And people that requested that we should be doing relationship video.
You will better
Some
be
of
coming
you
here.
used to come, you will
better
forget
be coming
and you will run. You will know we didn't talk about relationship before.
Yeah. You also know that it takes a lot of courage. Now have courage. Time, emotional time.
Yeah.
To be spending on all these things because
ordinarily
I don't care about relationship. People who know me, I don't care. The thing they switch me to talk. But when there are issues involved, then I want to talk about it. Why is it that there are many useless, wicked African men?
That was quick. That was quite direct.
Why are there so many useless, wicked, selfish African men?
Wow.
Why?
That's quite deep.
Why? Because now they come for today.
Yeah.
Why is it that you think that when you are doing unscrupulous things, you make unscrupulous decisions about life that impact the person you are in a committed relationship with? You think it's okay to tell the person that I'm doing it for us? You gaslight them into believing that your crime, because there's crime, your crime that you are committing is for the benefits of both of you. You will pretend to be like who they have always continuously and will ever believe they deserve. You will get into a relationship, you will do everything right because there's some people, you will love, they call it love bombing. Yes, you will do everything right within what that person you're in a relationship with defines as right.
Sometimes maybe I don't know whether they've read the diary of the person that they love or to find the ideal man. They will not go and behave like the ideal man. Not knowing that you're a wolf in sheep.
I know this is not even the topic. We're getting to the topic of today. The group chat that I read from some Pentecostal dating app.
Oh my God, you didn't send me the for that.
I'm not saying, when the women were talking about the men that are supposed to be Holy Ghost men,
Holy Ghost ministry men,
Holy Ghost men,
when you said
inside the dating app, one man will be talking to 5 different Christian sisters.
Inside the Christian dating app, to be precise.
Inside the Christian
dating
app.
Is your brother in the Lord
church in Nigeria that designed that app.
Your brother in the Lord. He wants many sisters in the Lord. He's an Oliver.
Going into their DM, Oliver twisting up and down.
Saying
that you are coming in there for marriage. You'll be deceiving this girl. Your useless self of a man, you are getting married or you've gotten married. WhatsApping, DMing, deceiving the ladies,
Instagramming, TikTok,
making the lady look like you. You are the one that the Holy Spirit has shown next to her.
People go dey disguise under umbrella of Holy Spirit.
You are the man, and that is the David after God's own heart.
The one ordained for the love.
But you go there, soaking up and down. When these women are so wise that they are calling out these brothers now in the group chat. I saw it yesterday. In the group chat, they are calling out these brothers, and then they call them brothers, not be me.
Not be our brothers.
Because what they call, if you're an African man, don't call me your sister, I'm not your sister. Don't try it. Don't give me a name that I did not ascribe to myself. If you are human, don't even do it, whether African or not African. Now, this is it. The ladies are calling out these guys. The men, they will tell them that, the unscrupulous men, they will tell them that, why are you doing this? But you are married. But you are going to get married. But I just saw your Facebook post in relationship, engagement picture, everything. You are coming there saying that
they will be telling
the
you
Lord has spoken to me that you will be.
You will be my wife.
Some of the women are so wise. I will say, okay, talk to the pastorates or whatever. Talk to the pastor and talk to this that are aware so that we know. Then some of those men, they will run away. All that ones will not be there.
Sometimes some women are
sending your manhood up and down.
Why are you vex like this? You not share this thing. You not share this thing.
I forget some.
Find the link so that
when we are doing
talk about this one.
The WhatsApp this thing is too long. It's too long. That's why I'm summarizing it like this. It's too long. You go there, you'll be useless in women's life. African tradition, they raise the woman to be wife material, as they call it. Some of the men, some of you will have sons useless, good for nothing.
Some mothers will even know that their sons are deceiving these church
girls
or this girl.
The mothers will be part and parcel of principalities of power.
Mothers will be in it. So it's not even a woman that is knowing what a fellow woman is going to.
The mothers, some of the mothers of these men, they know that they have useless sons that are ministers of doom.
It's the sons that are taking them to their husband's house.
They will be treating the girl that have been with this man for a long time. They know. Wait, man, you could not come. I've seen a ghost here. You could not come last week. 2 weeks ago.
It's okay.
When we were talking about men supporting men and brothers, it's a myth.
Something we write. Something we write.
When we're talking about those
things,
things,
people are a bit confused. What we're talking about now for this show is after 10 years.
10 years.
A man left his
Nigerian man.
Left.
That's why the flag is there. When we put flag on our thumbnail, it's not for jiggy. Nigerian man.
He left his, after 10 years of being in a relationship, he left his pregnant girlfriend of 10 years.
They be together.
For a woman, a British woman.
A Nigerian British woman.
A Nigerian British woman in the UK.
So he wants to put his left leg in the continent of Africa and his right leg in the Queen's own country with his penis in the middle.
God save the Queen.
Anywhere the flag goes.
The flag.
And so for this men, they will deliberately knock you down. Even when you're saying, I don't want to get pregnant, they will if I hear anybody call the light to come and tell me, what if the woman was married? Then she will do the same. If I hear it from you, we go share the story. And they rise them now. Be rising your tension because I've been upset, Ella.
I can see it.
Remember when we first read the story, when you get talk about the story?
Yeah.
I was very upset.
We were taking a long walk when I was reading the story to you. I didn't know. I already read it to you. I told you to come.
I was very upset.
And we took a walk and we were just talking about, we're like,
Nigerian men, the microscope where God used to create you. They give scientists, they give devil the template. Some of you.
Really created it's too human.
Some of you. If I hear anybody come and tell me it's not all men, I know. You think that this my crochet doesn't understand.
Obviously, it's not all men. Talking about
I'm talking to the hooligans. They set up
the
it's a game of chess.
Yes, listen to Brian. Brian is a reasonable human being. Please like and share and comment.
Thank you.
Put the bell on. Subscribe to this channel. Are you people happy that we are still on 2000 and something followers? I mean, you need us right now. It just means that we're only sharing the common sense between ourselves. We have to.
I want to know.
Common sense.
I want to know because now so they're going to give woman template. These are the signs. Some men know they give any sign. The sign that they use is their mother. Who will also be showing you love bombing.
Remember the Nigerian thing that we watched on YouTube? Okay, God, I can't remember the name. That one that they was in relationship for a long time, but the guy wanted the woman to get pregnant for him. Yoruba girl.
Hey!
And the mother will come to the house, she will cook, not knowing that she was cleaning the house one day. Her husband told her that he traveled to go and visit the mother. He did not know that he was going to attend.
She did not know
his traditional
marriage.
He had an accident too, and he became paralyzed. Brought The village
girl,
wife,
Why
into the
village girl?
house. Oh God.
The man had the effort to say, just do it for me now.
Do it for my
Now,
mom.
let me give you the manuscript of this man. They were friends for 5 years, good friends, dating for 5 years. The mother of the man, Yoruba woman, Yoruba man. No,
Igbo woman,
Igbo man.
son, Yoruba daughter-in-law. Yoruba daughter-in-law has
She's
then
not
had
yet a
to, she has
daughter-in-law.
then, girlfriend of 5 years. She's known the wife. She's known
A guy for 10 years.
before. Yeah, for 10 years. And
Yeah.
so the girl has learned how to cook the Igbo soups.
Oh,
She's cooking the Yoruba soup. Even her mother-in-law to be is even asking her, my daughter,
where you learn how to cook those soup?
The mother-in-law came, visited them in the house. She said she was coming for marriage preparation. We did not know that she was coming for the marriage preparation of her son and a girl in the village.
My chest, they
The
pain me.
mother-
My chest, they pain me. The mother of this man, of this guy, when this Yoruba lady will prepare, often if you are a privileged
Igbo
Nigerian
soups.
like myself, who sabi cook different soups, but also like engaging in different soups. Igbo soup, they are one of the hardest soup to cook.
But they are very sweet.
Onuku,
Ofe-
Oha,
Ofe-
Insala. Next to them is the Calabar one. They think I call
all
this
these
thing.
Calabar ones are very, very difficult.
Very hard. This Yoruba girl will cook this thing. Even the guy was jabbing her the dining table. The guy was saying that, well, it's not less stew. Because Yoruba people, everything has also stew. I don't know.
Allegedly.
Yeah, stew. So yeah, all of them not be alleged. All of them they put stew to everything. So the mother say, hey, my dear, where did you learn how to cook all this?
And
soup?
the daughter-in-law said, Mama,
It's not the daughter-in-law. Don't be talking.
the girlfriend told the mother. I'm telling her mother-in-law because that's how
the daughter-in-law.
the girlfriend told the mother of her boyfriend that she learned how to cook it up, learned how to cook the food on YouTube. The mother-in-law was in the house to prepare for somebody's marriage. Mama came for wedding. This girl did not know that the mother came to plan the wedding of her son to another Igbo girl in the village. This man, he left for the village.
They are living together in the house. So the boyfriend,
They share bills.
together, everything.
So this is a hard-working woman that cooked. She's wife material 2,000 yards. Yet she was not enough. Why? Because the girl did not want to get pregnant before marriage.
She didn't
was
want
like,
it. If
why
you love me so much, why can't we get married?
This man went, he got married to another person, but on the way back home to Lagos, he had an accident and became paralyzed. The girl that he got married to and impregnated, she left him. The village girl, she left him.
And she was pregnant and left him.
Now the current mother, the boy's mother, now wanted the ex-girl, the girlfriend to stay.
The girlfriend
to stay.
And not
all this, you are the only one that can nurse him back. My daughter, we're very
Oh,
sorry.
as his mother have given up.
God forgive us and all these things. I think we should even go.
I'm rousing you people up because when it's time for some men to take decision, they will be acting like a fool. They will be acting like they don't have self-will. They will be acting like they're not logical. All this, my mother, it's for my mother. Mommy wants it now.
For
They craze.
For people who claim to be logical beings, you don't take such irrational decisions.
They craze.
And
Your
you
mama.
expect so much from the ones that are
The woman saying no one
emotional.
belle. If you like her so much, you love her so much, you are in the house with her and everything, then marry her.
My thing is that
Why do you want her to have a child for you? And it's like the fact that the mothers are part of it. Some mothers are psychopaths. They are part of it. They will plan with this son all in the name of, oh, it's my son. It's my son. Anything for this, my son. You are the only son. Madam, if you find son, let's go meet another man now. Then the boys, the men, they will be acting like they are weak.
It's convenient when you're a mama's boy and you don't have a say.
Well, it's got my mother, for my mother,
mom,
for my
for
mother.
my mom.
Like I said, they don't have something to gain in it. It is too can play that game. Go punish that guy. Accident happened to her on the way.
That camera was quick.
The village girl came, she will cook and all those things, but she's like, but this is not what you promised me now. I'm pregnant now.
22 years
I
old.
cannot just, 22, I cannot come and marry now, and I'm pregnant now. I want to order pizza for me. Order this for me. All this men that will be taking that. You can marry a woman that you, in your head you think she's not exposed, you can control. When that woman they take decision, they even be more rational than they want.
Why even going way too much into the film?
Let's take people to the story of the day.
Let's talk about the story, please.
Oh, we greet you all.
Yes, we'll see people in the comment section. Let's
greet you people, Jare. Neka.
Okay, Neka, greetings. Welcome back.
Neka from Houston.
Neka from Houston. Welcome back. Brian, welcome back. Hi, Lola. Greetings.
Lola, longest time.
Hey, greetings. Who else is new on here? Let's
Annie.
see. Festus. Hi, Festus. Annie, greetings. Onifade. Greetings.
Onifade returning number 2.
Greetings. All right. Thank you all for coming back. Let us share
the
first
story.
First story that we're going to be talking about today.
Man, this thing they boil me. And these are real life stories. First of all, I want to even appreciate people that they have the courage to even share their story.
Yeah, come online and for us to discuss about all these things.
Yeah,
because they are real life occurrences, and if we
don't
don't know about this story, then honestly, we will not know that nonsense. We just think all this okay.
I don't know say nonsense like this. Like exists for
crazy stuff like this happens, eh?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let me start reading.
You want
reading?
Mm-hmm.
I'll read it. You can interject if you want, but I'll read it. So this lady reached out to Diary of a Nigerian Girl, Ife, and she said, "Ife, good afternoon. I have been holding back on this, and I am just so sad and unhappy, maybe depressed too, because I feel so lost. I have been dating this guy since I was 17 years old. Now I am 27. This means it's a 10-year relationship. I got to know last month ending that he has a 2-year-old son with a Nigerian woman who is a British citizen because of his papers. And they had an engagement way back in 2019. The problem is I am 37 weeks pregnant and I am just so down because I trusted him so much. His mom went from the US to the UK for the wedding in 2019 and his siblings know about the lady. I heard that even 2 out of his 4 siblings went with him to be with the lady, including his mom. And I knew nothing about all these. When I asked him last month, after I got to know, this guy said he did it for me so we could be together and build our future. I feel so used. Everyone telling me I should let it go, that it is normal. But now, how do I love someone that I cannot trust? How does a guy tell me that he gave birth for papers, but he does not love the baby mama at all, when they actually did an engagement involving both parents and both families? I am so depressed and I don't know what to do with my life. He sent me to the university and has always been protective of me. He said he knew if he told me what he was doing, that I would leave him. Ife, please, what do I do? Because I am aching. I have applied 3 times for UK visa, but I was not given. Our decision was me trying again. Then he came last year in March. It was a surprise visit. He came in September too. That was when we planned to start a family and we decided to try for a baby. Ife, I have a house I am building. So because I wanted to be open with him, with everything, I told him about it. So I changed the names on the house document to his name and my name. Even 2 of my other lands I own, I changed to his name and mine. Now I feel like I am a fool. I have been played and used. Story number 1.
Please be
story.
We summarize it.
Number 1.
The link.
Jehovah Nebuchadnezzar, thunder is too scarce
to fire this man.
To fire someone.
Fire his mother and all these 2 siblings and all his family members.
Yo, please break down the story again for people who are
now. Drag your ear to the screen for those of you that cannot hear well. And somebody's reaching us from Abuja.
Abuja, center of excellence. You know that we're also Abuja based sometimes, but I'm not worried.
Yeah,
Abuja.
Worry by blood, Abuja by choice.
Hot 98.3, cool FM. Sorry, I got carried away.
Back to the story. Please drag your ear to the screen. I don't want to hear that I came late and I did not remember.
I know you understand.
Don't have admission on this. This is the summary. This girl has been with this man for 10 years. She was 17 when she began the relationship. And now she's currently 27. So it's been a relationship for 10 years. She acknowledged the fact that, yes, the man helped her through school, like, paid fees and all that. But there's also an underlining word. He has always been protective of her. Now, She just found out. She's currently 37 weeks pregnant. She just found out that the man has a 2-year-old son with a Nigerian British woman in the UK, whom he got married to in 2019. His mother flew from US to the UK to attend the marriage alongside 2 of his siblings. Another thing now is, when the guy came to visit, he came unannounced last year, March. Again, he came in September. Then, for the sake of being open, I mean, she's been in a relationship with this guy for 10 years.
Yeah.
This is the guy that has
put her through school.
They love themselves, or so she believes. She will never have
was your friend and your boyfriend. I mean,
everything.
Life partner. The remaining thing is just to marry. That's it. This is a life partner.
So they decided, she said, we decided, and I quote, to try for a baby. And then she got pregnant. Nothing wrong with that. People do it. Then on the level of being open, some of you men that will come here and be talking, hey, I don't love you, be open. But the place of being open, this woman already has a house she's building. That's to tell you she's a hard-working, industrious woman.
27
at
years.
27 years old.
And 2 lands.
In Nigeria. That's a great accomplishment.
Even in anywhere in the world, if she was not in Nigeria.
The reason why they drag in Nigeria, because it's tough for them. Now, those properties, she has them in her name. The 2 lands and the house she's building. And she's like, this is my partner. We've been together for, I mean, this is the man that, you know,
this is the bone
what will
my
make
bone,
me doubt.
My flesh of my flesh. He's my ride or die. He's my friend. He's protected. This is my all. This is the crown of my head. I'll be on my head. What did they say?
The yin to my yang.
Yin to my yang. I put on my eye.
The one that makes my heart skip. The one that knows. The one that knows my value, because the man knows her value. He knows that this lady knows her worth. So her being in the relationship for 10 years, not because she be moved. Her doing this for herself, he knows that the woman is a quality woman, and I will tell you how he knows. Now, this lady said, she changed the name from her own name. Person went and buy land for herself. Changed the name to include his name on the house that she's building by herself. And it's her own money. And the 2 lands she bought with her own money.
So now she doesn't own the land anymore.
Alone.
It's now for both of them.
Right? When she found out, she confronted this guy. The man said, I did it for both of us. Baba, you are a narcissistic psychopath.
So
they don't care.
The future for both of them.
He said, I did this sham marriage for both of us.
He doesn't love the baby mama or the woman that he got married to. The woman that your parents, your mother came from US, your siblings came. You people did introduction and marriage in 2019.
And that Nigerian British woman probably doesn't know.
Of course, she probably doesn't know.
She probably doesn't know. Poor thing.
So you have the child. You want to use her as a means to an end. But you have a whole 2-year-old child.
He said that I did that because of us.
To
tell you that he knows this woman's worth, that is the Nigerian girlfriend's worth. He said, I know that if I had told you, you would not have agreed. So he knows that the girl's values. Because there are some women that are okay with sham marriage. They will escort their husband from Nigeria to abroad.
He's doing it for the family.
To go and marry another woman and to meet the woman and say he's doing papers for them, scatter their marriage. Come and talk. Be going to church and be praying like a fool. Holy Ghost fire, this thing, this, that. But now you put asunder inside your union. But this man knows this lady's what. But agree. As the narcissistic psychopath that he is,
he denied her the choice of making that choice to say, okay, I'm stepping out of this relationship.
Yeah.
If you don't, perhaps if you had told her 2 years ago, she would not move on with her life since.
You have a whole
2-year-old child. You got married to somebody in 2019 pre-coronavirus. You came back last year and you purposely impregnated this girl because you were probably afraid that when she finds out she will leave you. So you say, okay, let me put a seed in her that will make it difficult. You were there, you were aware. You want this woman, change her documents for 3 properties, for her house and the 2 lands. You watched her. I can't imagine how hard it was for her to get those lands, how hard she worked to get those things. And you watched her, she signed contract to include your
useless name and your useless lineage of your family.
Name.
There's no way his family did not know that this girl has always been in his life.
Why would they know?
May you not find yourself with useless mother-in-laws.
It's 10 years, man.
Useless and wicked and very wicked. So you want to hurt 2 Nigerian women, one for Pali, the other one, so that anytime you come to Africa, your useless blocker, you will win it there.
You also eat fish and chips. Then come back to eat jollof rice. That's what he wants.
That's why I say leaving his left. Put the link there. You leave your left leg in the continent of Africa, and you put your right leg, because you think you have bright future, in the UK.
And their family members.
And then you bring children. Somebody come and tell them that children are a blessing from God. You see in this story, the man is using the child as a means to an end. Then you are hurting somebody.
2 women.
2 women. 2 women. Your own kind. Your own kind. Your own kind. You know the fear karma. Your mama waka with a useless leg with your 2 siblings. Fly from the continent of the Americas to Europe for papers. For papers. If you are the one that saw her through school, it means that you were doing something with your life. So where did you have misalignments?
He was probably older than her.
Probably way older than her.
Yeah, because there's no way.
Because now grooming now.
There's no way a 17-year-old will be sponsoring a 17-year-old. So I don't know. Unless your parents.
Less likely. Very less likely.
Less likely. We'll put the link there if people are interested in calling him, but we'll still keep talking about
some of you useless Nigerian men.
And from useless families.
Wicked men from wicked family. Toxic. Worse than diseases.
How can you say this? Who cares about enemies when you have people like this? You see somebody that knows you for who you are.
Heavily pregnant.
37 weeks.
37 weeks. Ready to. She said, this lady, if you are listening to us, no, you were not a fool. You're just a victim
of love.
A victim of bad love that you never knew that this person will hurt you.
Some people might say, oh, signs. How many
Some people know they get signs. Some people,
how many red flag or wonders?
There may be no signs, but there will be wonders. There may be no signs, but there will be wonders. She was comfortable. That's why she said, let's try for a baby. So she said that she wasn't really desperate.
And she probably trusted that obviously this guy is going to marry her.
Yeah.
Or even if maybe she's not one married, let's remove marriage now. He's going to be with her. They're going to be together. They've been together for 10 years. It's going to continue being that way. I mean,
and he knows
having a baby is the thing to move the relationship to the next step.
You know the level. You know her value. That's why he did not have the guts to tell her he was going to do a sham marriage in the UK.
You are going to go and relationship somebody for
sham.
Why are you including another person? Why are you including another person in this useless journey that you're heading forth to? Then you say you are building.
You think you are smart?
How can you be?
You think you are a wise man
with somebody, but then
you sow your seed of iniquity in another woman's life? Your seed of iniquity, and usually all these useless men that will have all these seeds that they will sow. When they born the children, and the portion they go resemble them, go be like they vomit them out. Your seeds of iniquity, useless men. I'm calling all of you out today. Some of you that are watching me, you are currently hurting somebody. You are currently using somebody for the sham marriage. Some of you married the women for the sham marriage. The women don't know. You are hurting them.
And they'll be having double families.
Then you will come and tell me that some people come and be judging the women. Some of these women, there are no signs because the men, they know how to play the parts. Especially Nigerian men. They are good at it. They are very good at it. They will play it. They will include their family members. That's why they went for they say he traveled abroad all the way from you. Baba.
Some people will even rent family members, man. But then we will tell you sometimes what Nollywood movies. Sometimes it will save you for some situations. Some people will rent family members.
They this abroad where some married men will rent house just to be fucking another woman. Their wives will not know. They will be deceiving the other woman. Telling her that, I'm here for some program. I'm working from home.
Back to this story. This one that people even in a relationship of 10 years. So
10
it's like
years. It doesn't end to him.
Now if this girl should come out and say after everything we built together, okay,
I understand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I will.
So it's like she's probably known one man from age 17 to 27. Like you deny her the pleasure of having other men in her
And
life.
him being very protective is because he knows that it's an
He
evil
knows his
person.
plan now.
Because all those one will say if he loves you, but there's protection and there is the one that abuse,
There's
control.
Like, man,
Some people mix it. Protection and control, they are mutually exclusive. It takes wisdom. It takes a lot of wisdom to know the difference.
Like you want to paint the cheating and say you are doing it for our good.
Yes, Nana gaslight
to see the future, our bright future.
You want to make her go mental. Because it will not make her say that, okay, yeah, Nigeria is really bad. This rivalry doing for me. But this is a boss lady now.
Maybe
This is a queen.
He will not bring me. And this woman, he be like say,
this is a landlady.
It's like UK immigration is even feeling it because they denied her visa
three times.
3 times.
So things are working. The camera, things are already signs.
The signs are already. You know when you
but she cannot really place
when you try too hard for something, sometimes you should step back and look at the big
especially
picture.
when you put in everything.
When you put in all your effort and everything, if you apply for visa and they deny you 3 times, perhaps like stand back and be like, okay, what's going on?
Yeah.
Is something happening? Evaluate. This is it. Because imagine if she got that visa and entered that UK. Only God knows, first of all, the kind of visa she would have applied for to go.
So they don't also be visiting.
She will not be stuck there in the UK.
You
will be going to her apartment to be eating pomo. The other, while your wife, your legally married wife will be at home with your 2-year-old child.
Yeah.
God of mercy.
Yeah. Useless men. When you see some of all these men, they are like Ben. They'll be telling you that they are somebody is doing them. You have to do yourself. Your wickedness.
Their mothers will be praying for them to succeed.
You pray for them to succeed.
So all these girls, they have called them Iyawo. Iyawo has girlfriend for many years. Iyawo will wash clothes. Iyawo will cook soup. Our wife will escort mommy to the market. Our wife will contribute to mommy's business. Our wife will babysit for your siblings' children. At the end of the day, this is the result of our life.
Lola is saying that women ought to stop. Greetings, Lola. Women ought to stop with this weird notion of changing and placing names on properties they own. Thank you. I mean, they are not yet married, for crying out. Yeah. The woman thought she could trust.
Prove her love and everything.
Because from the way she wrote, she wasn't coerced. But I absolutely agree. Yeah. Then, brother, I am buying my properties in my name. Baba, even if you marry me, I ain't changing that shit. No. I'm not asking you to add my name to your. No. What has been bought in your name? No. Don't mix me with that BS. No. The lady in Nigeria had a level of trust from thinking the ministry was moving to his exactly. She was this kind of player.
37 weeks. And you not even be saying she found out in the early weeks of the pregnancy for her to make a choice on whether she wants to keep the baby or not. Now it's like you have to have a child.
Yeah.
37 weeks.
And he's saying that oftentimes most men don't do anything that don't satisfy their wicked nature. Yes. This one is very, 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 very true. Very true. Women, even if you are married, leave your own properties. When we go talk now, they go say we'll be workism. So if you like, change your documents.
See, it doesn't
everything doesn't cost for me.
I don't care.
Nehi.
I don't care.
And I'm not putting my eye on your own. Don't miss me with that. But then again, back to this story.
This world is very wicked.
Nigerian men, come and defend yourself. You people are watching us. Come and defend yourself. Because I've asked this question before.
I want to know why people do this nonsense. I think we will get away with it.
Yeah, they think
why?
so.
Why? Our wife.
Even if you are me, even if you're already married and they're even calling you our wife, you may not also be the only wife. Our wife. They use until they chop you, they go.
And so women will be feeling good about it. I'm the only one. I'm the queen.
Especially the ones that are not even.
I'm the queen
married.
Of his heart. Yes, now his family, they regard me a lot. Do you know whether it's a rented family? Do you know whether all of them are in it for the game?
Hey.
Maybe they know that you are the only one. Whenever they call on you, our wife, you always show up.
Maybe they know that you are the star to take their useless lineage to a greater height. You want to use your destiny physically. This will not be spiritual. To play Ludo and think that they will win. You wreck a woman's heart and you think that's okay.
Like you break somebody. How can you break somebody?
And you tell them that you are doing them a favor for hurting them.
From rock, you turn them to powder. Like you are
pieces them.
You are pounding this person's heart.
You pieces them. I pay for like I will pay for the woman, but being in a relationship, living together before married over a year, we turn an abacha. If you don't, we'll turn to abacha if you don't put your foot down. After 6 months.
If you don't marry, don't talk. This one, they're not even living together. So they probably have a long distance relationship at some point in time because the guy.
But I agree.
At some point in time, because the guy went to UK. We'll talk about this living together before marriage.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah, because that's something we saw in that.
We don't have enough.
Nollywood
We don't
movie.
have enough Saturdays. Yeah. In the Nollywood movie, they were living together. The girl was paying bills. This man still went to go and attend his own wedding.
Oh, Neka.
I said this girl was sweeping the house when she found the wedding invitation card.
She almost died. She like her leg, she almost went into paralysis.
So it's like Mama came to Lagos like to plan wedding, but it was her son's wedding she was planning to another woman and not him. I mean, I freaking cooked for this woman. She
calling our daughter.
Call me our daughter.
Those of you that are calling our daughter. You will tell me that I don't know.
I only have one mother.
Right.
Everybody rests. Only one.
Our daughter.
That's why the English people they say daughter-in-law. It means if there's no law, if there's no contract, there's
nothing.
Nothing. Everybody they bear their titles. There's many problems in Nigeria. People don't know their boundaries or who they are.
Calling your uncle, calling this when you are not related to the person or something like that. Yeah, it happened. Mama go come. Mama they plan wedding for his son to another woman. And the man is saying that that's the time that some Nigerian men will be feeling that they are weak. You know, it's my mother. You dey craze. Marry your mama. I don't talk about before for this live show. You can't stand your ground and take your decision for yourself. Marry your mother. Don't bring another woman to come and be pleasing your mother.
Be with your mom. Be with your mom.
Go and be like Kola in Blood Sisters. Let your mother be the woodwork. Okay?
Be with your mom. Annie is saying, but how come for 10 years the man didn't relocate her to abroad? That's alone something. Annie did 3 times. She did not get the UK visa. And their boyfriend and girlfriend. So it's not like something that you can say, this is my wife.
And you know that so many people that they from relocate, they will go there as visitors, then decide to
and
stay
illegally in the country.
Yes.
Breaking all the rules.
So
after you lie to them in immigration, where they do them legally? Do you think we have coconut head? Then I should be feeling for you that went there illegally. You are mad.
So that's why people will come and say I relocated. Madam, how did you relocate?
You go on visitors visa and you stay in the country and then you find somebody that you deceive to marry. You are mad. May come out before you. I don't give a damn.
And many of them like that.
Because you go to these interviews and you lie. Immigration officer will ask you, are you coming back? You will look there and you will lie.
Some people will change their name. The name that they are bearing in Nigeria. They will revise all the certificates, everything. Become a totally clone new human being.
So, Annie, even when the woman tried to go to the UK, she was denied 3 times. That's why I say UK border, they feel it. They know that something is wrong in the air.
Serious mind, yes. Serious mind.
How can you be so bold? They're not only you, your family of iniquity. You people co-sign to this
useless mother that he has.
Like in your family group chat, when you probably pray in the morning, they send prayer points and revivers. You people were destroying somebody in Nigeria.
And his mother probably also be close to this girl. Know that this woman is also pregnant.
You planted your generation in her. And then you watched as she signed the papers to lands. How can you destroy this girl so bad? You denied her the choice.
So this is the level of control, the highest level of control.
This thing can kill somebody now.
Yes.
Imagine loving somebody more than you love yourself. Loving somebody more than you love yourself, and then you come to this realization that not only them betrayed you, but the family that know you was probably yours for 10 years. 10 years is in Nigeria. It takes a child through to primary school, meaning that you are entering secondary school at age 10. 10 years. 10 years will give you 3 degrees, PhD, masters, and PhD, and the bachelor's degree.
10 years, you will be also be a doctor.
10 years.
7 years in school,
you will be
3 years
residency.
Yeah. The enabling family is common. Yes, my ex hadn't divorced me when the family escorted him to marry his pregnant. What put link? Annie,
pregnant wife.
I better put the link again.
I put the link before.
And if you get time, you can't recall this story because I remember when you told this story.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember. There are some families that, like, they know that you are a star. They know that this person is a good person.
I love this Annie's comment. She said to the young lady, I feel for you. Please don't be too hard on yourself. If it happens, life happens. You are still young and we find love again if you so desire. Annie, thank you for adding that last sentence of if you so desire. Thank you. I like that. Because not everybody will go through this. Figure in mind to say they won't put their heart out there again. You make somebody paranoid. You leave somebody broken. and expect another person can go and fix them up.
Then some religious fanatic will come and say, forgive.
Forgive and forget.
Thunder know they really they go too much.
Forgive and forget. Forgive and forget. Now hellfire for the Christian faith.
Forgive and
Hellfire
forget.
is for consequences.
You know, as a woman, you know, maybe trying to make, you know, people that would be talking to her, trying to make her.
That's what she's saying. Now people are trying to tell her that she should forget and move on with it.
How do you forget and move on with that? How do you forget and move on with that?
How will you even regain those lands back?
That one, hey, I don't know how she won because now she uses her hand, so I don't know the terms and conditions of the property. That's now one lesson today to learn. Well, it is your business if you as an individual you buy property when you suffer for your own name, because obviously she's not paying.
This love must be really strong.
Then you change. Well, it is your own choice. Some of us, I don't love no they cash me to that level. Everybody know your identity.
It's not butterflies.
No. My name.
How many butterflies does Nigeria have? It's not so mosquito food in country.
Sorry. This man with everything, and the man knows that he's very valuable, but he's so selfish. He's very, very selfish and very calculative.
He's vindictive.
Very calculative. To have a son, 2 years old son, 3 years ago.
You've been married since 2019.
And you've been married since 2019.
So that's 3 years. Your marriage is 3 years. Your child is 2 years.
Yeah.
And through all that time,
you
were in a relationship with somebody in Nigeria.
If we have time to call her, if we have time to do all those, he will do everything. Because there's nothing that she said there that would have given her indication to any doubt.
If not that she heard from one of the family members.
Yeah.
That person was probably fighting guilty conscience.
Exactly. Family of iniquity.
From the den of wickedness. What the family of iniquity, what they produce? Iniquitous human beings.
Yeah. Family of iniquity.
They produce generations of iniquity.
Yeah. That's it. We know. But when's she going to move?
She
yes, she get belly.
She will born first now.
You go born first.
She has to pick up the pieces. There's nothing she can do about it.
Obviously, but the moving is going to be a tough distance.
Now, maybe get another enter in that relationship. You just hold off. Just be by yourself for this point because you need clarity of mind. And that person does not need to come and be carrying that body that man has given out to you. Hey, but that's not my business.
And you know, the man will come and be like, it's my child too, as much as it's your child. I will take care of him. I will still love you. You will still be mine. My original. So you will still be my number one.
So when you now, for example, bring your child from UK back to Nigeria to come and see their fatherland, you will expect that this girl should love the child because they are from your loins. And then your children, then another thing is that the Nigerian British woman probably doesn't know. Like some people don't think. You don't think that maybe if you have a child in Nigeria in another country, one day your children might meet each other without knowing, and they can mate, they can have sex and produce more children. Yeah. Because how do you think that all these sibling things will happen this year? Have you not been reading the news where siblings will be producing children, but they don't know that they are from the same father and mother? Yeah. This one happened in Kenya. Yeah. I remember. People are not noticing all these things. So people don't think. You think that you just do something for the surface for the now. You don't think about future generations. Instant gratification. And how that will affect people that are even yet to be born. You don't think. Yeah, that's the part. That's the part that pain me, because the land at least you can dispute it or whatever. The pregnancy part pain me. 37 weeks, so she doesn't even have a choice. She has to carry that baby now. Obviously, it's not the child's fault anymore. Obviously, so and you have to love that child. You cannot transfer the aggression of the father onto the child. That child is innocent. That you be seeing mother and children problem, trauma, passing down maternal trauma. Trauma not concerned. No. That's why we used to say children are not. I stand for children. This one they decided that they wanted to get this thing. So now the pain, please do not transfer it to the child. Hopefully, she doesn't. If that man has any love for her, he should sign the lands back. That will be. If he has any honor and respect for himself, any honor and respect for himself, he should sign the document back to her. I agree. Say you are doing this for me. I agree. You are doing it for our future. Future kill you there. And they're able to sleep well at night too. That's why some of them will live in their abroad for long. Then they will tell you that they want to relocate back to the sun. Son for Nigeria when everybody running. I cannot really say because I don't want to stay in old people's soul. I don't know, but they have a whole other family somewhere in Africa or in Nigeria. Yeah, the child has made them tired now. The man knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
Came
He
in
knew.
March, came in September. He knew that the moment this woman finds out, she will probably leave him.
Yeah.
So it's like I have to do something quick. I have to do something quick. Take the relationship to the next level, my ass.
And you made love to this woman. You
cheated on your wife in UK.
Yes.
And you dishonored your child in the UK.
These are the ones that will come and write online in 10 years' time that I would have married my ex. She was everything, if not for Nigerian situation. Don't that fire your lips.
That's what, Betty. We don't know how easy that is. We don't know. It depends on the contract because now the land and the house belongs to the both of them.
But that's what Betty
She's no longer
the
owner. She's no longer the owner. I
So
don't know.
I wonder if she will need consent from the man.
The guy, because now the property belongs to both of them. So I don't know how that law will work. They should go and settle with a lawyer or paralegal, whatever. But yeah, now we had those questions to ask.
Like, is she going to do that?
She has to. The first thing now is that she has to give birth to that child. She has to look at that child every single day, change the diapers alone. Look at that child. I mean, you probably went through your whole pregnancy alone. So even if I want to look at your mother, so why would you even want to even get pregnant to somebody that's not even inside the country?
And that's what
they cannot. They will not.
I don't know why women do that.
They will not be.
They are not there to go through the
everything.
pregnancy journey. This is different from people that decide on their own they want to have children without any man.
Like you are aware of your partner. Why would you even want to be pregnant for somebody that is not?
He will not be part of it. He's not in the vicinity to do the work.
To do the work that
that's a man
he's in another country. And I'm not talking about people in the military, all of that. That was vocational. I'm talking of like just basic maybe relationship.
He's going to hustle.
He's going to hustle. He's leaving you, but he wants to knock you down and then go. Like when you're going through your pregnancy,
emotional footprints,
you will be alone.
Yeah.
Or they will say some women. They will say some of them should go and stay with their parents. Remember that Instagram live show we're watching during the pandemic of one man that not.
There are some men that will say that.
I'm saying that the lady should go and stay with
his parents,
his mother, or something.
So that they can look after her. She doesn't have to be going out up and down. He can know where she is at a certain time. Once a man starts telling you that, madam, you are a property. It's only property that they
you want to move the relationship to the next level, but you're not physically there.
You don't want commitments. You're not physically
so because there's that online presence, you think you don't have to write a letter again. Therefore, it's still okay.
Yeah.
How can you not even want to be physically there with your children and watch them grow? Let them know who you are. Talk to your child when they're in the womb.
Many men do this thing, but this one I'm narrowing it down today. Why? And the mothers of these men.
Enablers
that enable these things. You think that
how can you do this
your life will be
to your fellow woman when you know once a young person, even if to your fellow human being? I don't care. I don't want to even say put yourself in a woman's shoes. No, a human being with decency. Some of these people they will still go and be praying. They will be praying that their son should do quick and get the visa so that he can now file for them.
So she's aware. She has to give birth to the child. That one is non-disputable.
Cheating.
My own is, I will say counseling no, because it can make a woman run mad.
Crazy now. And she will transfer that into the child.
Yeah, it can make a woman run mad. And because in the part of the world where we are from, they don't regard mental health as anything.
They will say it's spiritual. They will probably say she go and pray.
It's a culture where they suppress, especially the women's emotion. They will suppress the woman's emotion. Most Nigerians are users. Yes, young and old. Yes. Yeah, you're absolutely right. They will suppress the woman's emotions. When you are expressing your emotion, then they bring the God factor. I can't with religious people sometimes. Religious fanatics. Oh, what if God wanted to use it to show you? Will you shut up your mouth there? Speakers of God. May you die, go heaven. May you come that they speak for God. Because they want to make your problem look like it's not huge.
You didn't relate a story to them. They're not come and say maybe this is just a sign for God to show you that whatever yoke you are carrying, you can handle it.
Yeah.
I mean, if this happens for a reason.
Yes.
What reason? What God forsake? What reason?
That she sign up to be.
You cannot rationalize this nonsense.
No,
maybe
nobody can.
This is a wicked human being that stole this girl's life, or rather attempted to steal her life.
Yes, because that's why he made. Otherwise, he wouldn't have made that statement to her that if I had told you before I did this, you wouldn't have agreed. Obviously, because she knows her worth. She knows her worth as a woman. So women who know their worth, you can see be victim when they say women know your worth or women know your. How many investigations you want to do?
this man is cheating on 2 women.
When the family
There's a
members
reason
are
why
part
I'm
of
married
it,
on this cheating, because the next slide we are going to show is a thread of this cheating thing.
cheating, infidelity.
Mm.
People that will be saying, if he cheat on you once, forgive him, forgive her.
That's what the man is trying to
Ministration.
That's what the man is trying to insinuate. I did it for us.
Mm.
I married this woman for us, for
Yeah.
our future. I
Yeah.
don't love her. And the baby is all a part of the package of getting the UK,
Yeah.
this thing.
Yep. So if you are a man, you are currently doing this, it will not be well with you. If you like, your mother will be raising breast to be praying for you. Nothing go good for your life.
You cannot hurt another human being so bad.
You cannot use someone else's glory, someone else's
trample
on someone's life, and then think that things will go on well for you. Karma may take time, because when the longer karma takes to manifest, the sweeter and the more painful it is. So karma is waiting for you in front.
I think somebody said that karma is a female wearing skirts.
You know,
somebody put that in the comment section.
Karma is waiting for you in front. People who use you, you want to use, yeah. Karma is a female. Yes, Lola, you are right.
Yeah.
The next story, those of you now when they say pray for him, pray for her, he's coming.
He can still love you and cheat.
He can still love you and cheat.
No, because that can be the case for this one. He's been with her for 10 years. He can still love you, cheat on you, but it's for your future.
But it's for your future. He did it for you.
He did it for you.
Because your fellow men that are going to make things happen for themselves in another land, they have to score.
They have to score.
You can't do things right. Next story.
Or rather, next Twitter thread.
Yes, because crazy things are really happening, and these are real life issues, not be safe for folklore.
So Chizera with common sense. Chizera said, I was having this conversation with my partner yesterday. I told him I would not stay with a cheating man because he will be risking my life. My partner said, some of these men are so reckless and they don't care what diseases they bring to their partners. I told him that contracting diseases isn't just the risk I was talking about. Years ago, when I was in this relationship that lasted for a month and 3 weeks, I met a woman in the guy's house one morning. I broke up with him after that. The gist is that the girlfriend was stalking me on Facebook. Even before that morning, I met her. One of the days, the guy and I went to see a movie. Someone saw us and told the lady, I didn't know that this woman existed. I have never seen her before in my life, but guess what? She knew me. There are crazy people out there. Someone would have walked up to me and tried to harm me for something I knew nothing about, nor someone I never knew existed. There are women out there who are so desperate to the point that they try to take out the other woman by any means. If you have kids, there are women who want to take out the entire family just to have the man. Don't expose me to such vileness. So I don't share the idea that a man can love me and still cheat on me. If you understand the danger your cheating spouse your cheating exposes me to, you won't tell me that you love me. If your actions will expose me to another woman trying to eliminate me or my kids, you will not tell me you love me. If your actions will expose me to diseases, you will not tell me you love me. If your actions will bring me direction, you won't tell me you love me. If when I pass by and people look at me pitifully and say, oh, that fine woman doesn't even know her husband is cheating on her, you don't love me. Love is respect. Love protects. Love is sincere. Cheating does none of that for me, and never will I condone anything I interpret as disrespectful. Now we're tying this woman's Twitter thread to the first story. Perhaps the lady in the first story shared this kind of mentality, kind of mindset.
Yeah.
The man probably knew that if this man should mess up in this relationship, it's over. So he decided to take this route.
Yeah, Lola, now the matter. This is where the woman needs to put emotions aside, be practical, and go in the bosky on him.
Exactly.
It's easy to say, but she has to mourn.
She won't even go in the bosky.
Because
they're not in different continents.
She has to mourn, which is like, it will take a long recovery. It will take a long recovery because this man has exposed her to a lot of damage emotionally and potentially physically. Because from this story, when people cheat in a committed relationship, and you think that it's just cheating, there is the disease aspect of it, there is the emotional aspect of it, and there's the mental and the physical harm.
It's a totality.
Because It's a whole package of abuse masked in just few minutes of pleasure.
They will say small cheating,
over time.
small. Some people will even be measuring, they will say it's just small. It's not only once.
Why they make another woman to be running mad somewhere else, and then you are professing love to the one you are talking to right now. Then you have their names saved. That will remind me of that story. You will have their names also saved.
Remember the story? There was another story on the fair to where one man, when he reached out to her, was saying how he cheated on his wife before.
I thought that was what we were going to print.
No. After 4 years.
Yeah.
After 4 years, the wife forgave him more. Now I think they're 10 years into the marriage. This 10 years now. Why?
Yeah.
10 years into the marriage, but the wife is still feeling some type of way. Turns out that the man told his male friend, that the side chick made him a better man.
Yeah.
So the side chick made him more affectionate to his wife. This man's best friend went to go and tell his own wife, who later went to go and now relay the information back to the cheater's wife.
That the husband that cheated on her said the cheating, the infidelity made his marriage, made him to be more affectionate towards his wife.
So now his wife is
the audacity that some men have. He said now that the wife.
So it's not like I did it for us kind of situation.
He said,
don't look at it as cheating.
Yes, I did it for us.
I did it for us.
Edible catering, thank you. I'm coming there. Yeah. A lot of Nigerians grew up in narcissistic home and family, and it's just sad. Yes. The guy knew what he was doing, eating his cake while having it at someone's. As someone pointed out. Exactly. Yeah.
We put the link there. Anybody?
We put the link. Feel free to
After
call
we
in.
finish doing our event, we will end the live show.
Yes, because I know they waste time.
It's summertime.
I never thought about it. That the lady knows her, but she doesn't. Yes, now.
Yeah.
Why do you think some women run crazy?
Yeah.
Infidelity drives people mad.
Yeah.
And any person that is committing infidelity, you are cheating in a committed relationship. You are cheating on your partner. You have your self-worth is low. You are a narcissist.
You are exposing them to the vultures.
You are exposing them, but without them knowing, because this girl talking to her current boyfriend, talking about what her ex-boyfriend did, she never knew that the man was in a committed relationship with another woman. So it makes that woman was looking.
That's that some women will be in a relationship.
Yes. That they are the side chick. Yes. So you drive those people nuts. Don't come and talk to me about that you fell into temptation. Don't fire you there and fire your temptation. You dey craze. You dey craze. Oh, men, people come with this ideology. They are
moved by what they see.
They are moved by what you dey mad.
Now me not moved by what I see.
You dey mad if you are polygamous in nature. May move to a polygamous woman in nature. Move there.
They want to be.
Don't bring somebody in and do a few stupid advisors of uselessness. Oh, madam, just stay now. You just want cheating. It's so tough out there. You will be alone. No, you will become a single mother. Just pray. You will be this or you will be that.
Is it not better than to be married, your husband's than to be a single mother?
If people are advising you and you have not blocked those numbers, madam, they are leading you to your mental iniquity. It just takes. It takes it now small. You go enter.
And sometimes these people like seeing you in misery anyways, because if you move on and you are healed,
they will not have
this story now. We then look to say at least I'm better than this one.
Adewale, welcome back, Jerry.
Yeah, this is a very, very hot story. You guys weren't lying when you said this life was going to be more mass boost than the last one. Yeah. Hey. I've heard.
Hey!
Yeah, because this is like I've heard this story too many times. It even happens in Nigeria. Maybe the guy's not even traveling, where
different states.
The family will be in support of it. The mother-in-law would know what the woman is taking care of her own kids in the house. The man, his family, the mother-in-law, they will take the bride price and everything, the issue that's yam in Yoruba, everything that the family asked for, they will take it to the side chick's village and they would get married. And then the families, maybe the sisters or the aunties will go meet the first wife and tell her that what it means is like such thing happens in life, that she should just accept it.
Why does it just find $1 million and that happens in life? Why must it be bad things that happen in life?
Like I've seen it so many times, so I'm just saying like, hey, so this is still happening in 2022.
So Adewale, are we the only normal, not normal, but are we the only human beings who these things is like shocking? Because it seems like every time we bring a shocking story,
It's not
people like you will say, "You have seen this
it's
many
not
times."
shocking to me because I've seen it so many times where the woman will just sit there and she will just feel very helpless, like there's nothing she can do. The whole man's family has ganged up against her. And if she makes so much as complain, they'll start threatening that they're going to take the kids away, they should never see the kids anymore, all those kind of things. So I was not surprised. And then when you add the abroad factor, that's even next level, because this is what I always say to people who are in relationships. If you're in a relationship and any one of you is planning to go abroad, and the man has not even married you, even that marriage is still shake
The
it in.
marriage is if you don't tie
But
yourself
even
down.
if the marriage is not there, especially
Even if it's
if the
there,
even if he's there, the man
it's
is going
divorce you by
abroad.
proxy.
Even if he's there, even if let me even say, even if he's there, and the man is going abroad, or the wife is going, any one of you is going abroad, and you guys are not going together, end the relationship before the person goes. And it's harsh for me to say it, but when Nigerians are going abroad and they're not usually when they're not doing the even if they're doing it the right way, it's a very, very desperate thing. They can do anything and everything. Anything and everything. And when the man is somewhere overseas and you're there in Nigeria taking care of the kids,
Wife
like
number one, wife
he's,
number
he's,
two, wife
he's
number three.
most likely going to have another family over there. It's like it's it's just what like it's highly likely to happen. So all this my husband has traveled for years and I'm in Nigeria. He hasn't
Definitely.
filed the papers.
How you even satisfy your
It's
freaking
just
self? This is part of the marital contract for crying out loud. Or the relationship, they know they sign contract for relationship. The relationship invisible agreement, verbal, whatever.
Yeah.
Oral responsibilities.
me. I just tell anyone coming abroad, if you're coming alone and you have one girlfriend or one boyfriend in Nigeria, just break up
Break
with
up.
him before coming.
Get breakfast
Just
each
break
other.
up.
Got ties.
Don't make promises that after 1 year you settle and then you bring them over and then the one
Promises
year
are
turns
cheap.
to 5 years.
Yeah, promises are cheap. They are
When
just
you are
what
not
you want.
immigration that holds the law.
They're
I'm coming.
very exactly. You can't predict what would happen wherever you're going.
I'm coming.
You know the situation when you get to that whatsoever country. So
Yeah.
that
I'm
is
coming.
like one thing, the abroad factor, and then this whole, a woman will be doing like wife duties when she's not, she's just a girlfriend, and the mother-in-law and the brothers and the sisters will start calling the woman our wife, our wife, our wife,
Yeah. Yeah.
and the
And they
real
know.
wife,
They know. They know
they
that
know, they
woman.
always know.
Yes, they always know. Useless men and useless family. I'm seeing some point in the comment section talking rubbish. Are you stupid?
Click the
They
like, click
always
Click the link
know.
and call in and talk to me.
oh.
All of you that call in and talk to
Click
me, and when you
the
call in to talk to
They,
me, make sure I'm
they
seeing your
always know. I've
face.
seen it so many
Are you
times.
stupid?
They
You think I don't
always
know what
know.
Click
polygamy
the link.
is?
Click the
You
link.
think I don't know what polygamy? I'm coming at the Wale. You think I don't know what polygamy is? Your skull. You mad? If you're a man that you love polygamy, look for a woman that will accept polygamy. Don't look for a woman who believes that you're the only one in her life that you want to destroy. Are you stupid?
Like what rationale?
Are you stupid? Click the link and come and talk to me.
Who gives
Who are
a
you coming to educate? You dey craze? You dey craze? Who you dey call educate?
No,
you dey mad?
you come educate.
Click the link and come
Not
inside.
be the one when we want to end the show. You go come
Because
click
some of
link,
you
yo.
human beings,
you want to justify nonsense.
some of you human beings, you lack emotional intelligence. You lack emotional intelligence.
Basic respect,
And
you don't have. You don't have the balls or the audacity
Then get
to tell a woman that you want several women.
Yes.
Then you go about lying up and down.
Yes.
Some of you might not be the ones doing it, but you have friends that are doing it.
Yes.
You lie up and down. If
crazy.
you're supposed to be the rational one, the rational being, men are rational. Men are this, men are that. Your rationality will tell you that you're not supposed to deceive somebody. How dare you have a relationship with somebody for 10 years? In those 10 years, 7 years counting, you go and marry another person with your mother and with your siblings and attendants. You go back to the country, you knock that woman down, you have a 2-year-old child for another woman, and you want to rationalize it. I don't give a damn. Who gives a damn about polygamy? You can be polygamous, but don't be polygamous with somebody who does not want their partner to be polygamous.
call.
Wait till you they talk.
I'm seeing all the men. Call into the show. Nonsense. Call into the show.
So they type. They
They
do
press.
clapping fingers. They type.
You dey craze.
Go now.
These are the group of men.
If I were happy,
These are the group of men that like to gaslight women into thinking that they don't understand the meaning of polygamy.
They hate
Fucking
rubbish.
rubbish.
What do you want to say?
You they meant.
What do you want to say?
You they meant. If you like polygamy, look for. There are women that are okay with polygamy. Look for those
They
women.
don't have the balls to say that they like polygamy.
Yeah.
They want to be going beating about the bush.
You
Don't cut through corners.
You go and deceive a Nigerian British woman. You got married to her.
For papers.
Your family went there, got married to her for papers. Impregnated, you got children. You got a child with that. And then you have somebody that you already committed to in Nigeria that they don't know about that. They're going to talk to me about nonsense. Nigerians, many of you lack emotional intelligence.
Now they go church on Sunday to go and pray for the Muslims. Why would there be a lot of bad things happening in the country? Where there are so many bad and evil people? You think you can do this and go scot-free? You know what happens? It might not be now.
And don't come here and talk to me about our tradition, you stupid person. Don't come and talk to me about
smelly tradition.
It is common sense. It is logic. If you are a man and you like polygamy, it's what you are. Then
stick to your truth.
Stick to your truth. Have the balls. Have the courage to say. I like different women.
The forefathers when they were
honorable.
Our forefathers were marrying many women. At least the women knew. The women knew. And we know people in our lineage, our own forefathers that had 6 wives,
and they know
and they had houses for all the wives. All the women knew.
They all knew.
Their husband's house was in the middle, and the houses were surrounded.
Yes, the
women knew.
So what are you talking to me
so
about?
So the balls of some of you, when you don't want to tell somebody, you want to be having side chick,
yes, and be smart.
Then you don't even also want the side chick to have another man in her life. You are mad.
And some of them, look at them. Now then, when they reach to fuck different women, now then they feel
nothing to offer. Only
your mates are developing acts. Your mates are making their country better. Now your penis, you want to use it as
everywhere. Only polygamy you have. Nigeria is in shambles. You have nothing to offer the country but to procreate and put your pencil.
And they go and disgrace themselves. Some of them get it also deceiving people that are non-Nigerians.
Yes. And give Nigerians a bad rep.
Yes. They do it. They come here to talk to who you they crazy, who you wear, you they mad.
Did you tell you that this is a Christian channel?
And they break my rule now for my channel. They call it
Christian channel.
Click the link. And
I don't like all this kind of thing.
When you come into the show, when you call in, I want to see your face. I want to see your face.
Nonsense.
I want to see your face. So if somebody don't come
be a traditionalist now.
Exactly.
I'm saying in the past time. Polygamy is in the tradition. Polygamy is tradition.
Nonsense.
Why are you on YouTube? Is YouTube in your tradition?
Nonsense.
Why are you using a phone? Why are you wearing jeans? Is that part of your tradition? Why are you on social media? Is it your tradition that created to social media? Why are you not living in mud houses? Yeah. Why? You want to eat tradition? No. Yeah. No. Why are you doing blue collar job? Why are you not supposed to be farming?
Nonsense. Exactly
what
I'm saying.
That you think that we don't know what tradition be. Through my boogie for them.
Call it on the show and let me hear your voice.
You want to rationalize how somebody will destroy another person's life and you tell me this is just polygamy.
Because they know that
they are currently doing it. And you have nothing to offer. But your penis into different vaginas.
But procreating
nothing to offer.
Carrying their iniquity.
Now your mates or your younger person they create Facebook. Now you buy Instagram.
Yes.
It's your fellow men that these all this is.
Yes.
Women in Nigeria are building things, creating movies up and down.
How you care about
so many people that are having a sexual partner. And Nigeria don't go bend.
And then when a woman, especially an African woman, says that I'm putting my foot down, you have a choice to leave this relationship. You are dating my, you say like, okay, if you know say you want the day for the streets, Baba,
then
go. But you see that woman has a choice and knows
that's the one you
then
want
you feel threatened. That's the one you want to bed. Nonsense. Not that they will come and be saying that
to offer.
You are looking for who is doing their destiny.
Nothing to offer.
Nothing. Don't come and talk to me about ancestors. You they crazy.
Tradition.
Talk to me about it. I know where I come from. I know who I am. If you don't know anything, go and watch our live videos. I know who I am. Check the playlist. Down to my great grandfather, I know who I am.
Now. Click the link. I can't believe that. Why am I asking you? You don't have the boss.
You know, then get leg to call him. Call into the show.
I beg, call these people.
A polygamous person is somebody that likes multiple partners.
Yes,
So
do they know the meaning?
They don't
Do you
know.
know that polygamy is a different meaning for polyandry and polygyny?
They don't
Polygamy is for any human being
that
don't know.
likes multiple
If you don't know,
partners.
polyandry is a woman with multiple partners. Polygyny is a man with multiple partners. So you don't even know the actual meaning of polygamy. You go just come here, they
Tradition
talk
kill you
rubbish.
there. Tradition kill you there. Now you there abroad.
Why are you using? Is it tradition that created YouTube? Please, why are you on YouTube?
And I'm not talking. I don't care about your tradition. If you don't have human decency, if you don't have integrity and honesty,
Did we bring tradition here?
honesty, they want to divert it.
They talk
You want to divert it. You don't have honesty. You don't have
The
integrity.
thing about this tradition that people talk about, which is very, very stupid as well, because there are different traditions in Nigeria.
I don't even care about
Your tradition, not my tradition.
I don't care about your
What do you say on
tradition.
Instagram when they lose God?
They
You want
disguise
to justify a man
evil.
that him and
That
his
hurt
family are
somebody.
wicked, that you
Hurt
stole
another
somebody's life. You are hurting two women at the same time,
narcissist.
and you think that your life is better for you. Now, these people, even if you go to your gods, the ancestors,
Exactly.
they will strike you because you are doing a wrong thing.
Wicked person. You
A
are
wrong
hurt.
thing.
You are hurting. The man has the guts to hurt two whole Nigerian women. You are hurting the one in the UK. You are hurting the one in Nigeria because obviously
And
the
your
one in the UK
child.
doesn't know.
And your
It
child.
doesn't know.
And your
Then
child.
you decide to bring it
Imagine
because
if they don't
most
know.
men they have no value for children.
No.
Most of them. They just do it as title states. Okay, I have a
Imagine
child.
if they don't know. Say this woman now that will give birth in Nigeria, she probably never
No
knows.
sense.
Then the child has a way to find themselves abroad.
Mhm.
They will not know that they are going to meet somebody that they fall in love
Mhm.
with, that is their sibling.
Mhm.
We freaking read a story about that on the news this
Yeah.
week.
How
Two
a father
siblings.
got married to his daughter without knowing
That one was even last year. That one
because
was
he
last year.
abandoned his daughter. He abandoned his pregnant girlfriend in Nigeria,
Mhm.
came to America, ended up marrying his own biological daughter, got her
Without
pregnant.
knowing.
They had children
They
without
had
them knowing
So
that,
you people
that
to
this is her
yourself,
father she's married to. Then he
if
went
you are
back to
polygamous
Nigeria.
in nature, you cannot watch that video. I'm not going to repeat it. If you are
No
polygamous
sense.
in nature, your partner should know. that you are
Women,
polygamous in
sharpen
nature.
your eyes, oh. They are not doing you any freaking
If
favor.
you like, don't sharpen your eyes.
They
When
can
you-
come and tell you
when
say
you
your
tell
eye
your
don't see, make
story,
it tear. I've been
when you tell
worried.
your story,
My eye tear.
we will read it here and talk about it.
My eye tear. And let them not be your only option. My eye tear, gan. If the value system is not aligned.
Sometimes they will be lying to
Nothing.
their German. They will say the women are surplus more than men.
Exactly.
There are many fishes in the sea.
Yes.
Swim, my girl.
Good people. Many good
Swim.
people.
Many good people.
Many good people.
Many good people. Wait, Lola, do you want Lola? Why do you?
Many good people.
Lola, you have to mute. You have to mute
Mute your-
the YouTube so that it doesn't echo.
Because we're adding you, we don't want to bounce.
Yeah,
Well, when you
Lola
do
is
that, let us
echoing.
know.
Lola, you have to mute your YouTube. If it's echoing,
Hello?
then we'll be ourselves. And we don't want to hear ourselves. See, now let people who get balls, they call it.
I'm not
Yeah,
doing a
no,
call,
no.
So I think
People that get us.
Lola, we're adding you now. So please mute your YouTube and let it be the StreamYard that we're hearing. Okay, so that it doesn't
echo.
bounce.
Let's try it again.
Yeah, let's try it. Are you there?
I think she's frozen.
I think
I'll
she's
type
frozen.
it in the
Chat.
back so that
Yeah.
you can see.
So when people are talking about things that are hurting a fellow human being, Nigerians, you people should learn to have common sense,
Respect and empathy. You know.
respect. When somebody is hurt, when a human being has been hurt, like have common sense to have integrity now and analyze the situation and the issue. Somebody has been deceived. And the man knew that if he told this woman of his deceitful act, the woman was not going to agree. Maybe said it there. Watch her go through pain. You put another woman, you will promise her everything, not knowing that you have also done the same thing to another lady, hurting another lady, and putting the current one that you are with in harm's way, making her to fight for something that is not worth fighting for. Nonsense.
Lola, Lola's this thing keeps on.
Abuja internet, people should respect yourself.
Respect Lola. Like what the hell is this? Lola
trying to connect.
Lola's try leaving and coming back in again. I don't know
Yeah.
why this thing is not doing. Are you people hearing us? Adewale, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
So it's not our internet. All right.
Yeah.
Lola, try leaving and
Can
coming
I?
back. Not coming. Yeah, please go on. Okay, she's trying. Yes, Adewale.
Yeah, I think I don't know how this conversation For some people listening turned into a polygamous, monogamous thing. This is
Well,
not
they want
about
to
polygamy or
distract.
monogamy. It's about being decent, about not deceiving another human being. If you want to be polygamous, be practical and logical about it. Let your partner know, okay, I want to get another wife. If you're cool with it, fine. If you're not, let them make that choice. But that's not even what this story is about. It's not even polygamy, because if it's polygamy, the man will be brave enough to tell his wife. He said he was doing it for the benefit of the wife, so which means that the other woman he got married to was for papers.
Mhm.
So it's not even a real marriage. So this is not even a conversation about culture or polygamy. I don't even get where that one is coming from. And I
It's
don't know why
madness.
as Africans we're obsessed with polygamy, which is weird to
It's
me.
madness.
Because economically we shouldn't be actually be talking about polygamy because it doesn't
They have
serve us
sense. 200 million people in a country like in a situation like that.
in a situation like that. It's a disaster waiting
Crazy.
to happen.
Perhaps if
So
people spend more time that they use in smashing and procreating and destroying other people's lives, perhaps the country will be better today. But no,
we better
everybody
today.
does rubbish and then they go to church or
Mm-hmm.
mosque. Or they go to their traditional huts and pray to the gods for
Mm-hmm.
Abba Father, Abba ancestors, come and help us out of this. Heck no.
Nonsense.
Human beings are wicked.
Traditions kill you there.
You are wicked. You are wicked.
Your
For no
low
reason.
IQ.
And karma will come for you. Somebody does not have to curse you. Karma will come for you. If you are supporting it, if you are part of it,
Mm-hmm.
it will come for you.
We're only religious in Nigeria. We're not godly. We suffer for being very what's that word I want to use? Standoffish. We lack empathy a lot.
Lack
Like,
empathy.
I mean, as a guy, I just put myself in the woman's situation. I'm like, would I want someone to do this kind of thing to me? No, obviously, because this woman, she's been planning a life with you. She bought a land, she bought two houses, and she didn't even put her name.
Two
She put
lands, bought two lands and
two
one house
lands
that he's
to
building.
one
They
house.
are all in her
They
name.
were
That's
all
crazy.
originally in her name.
For someone who like I've seen a lot of people build houses in Nigeria. I know how difficult it is for a
Yeah.
country that doesn't have no systems, no government. You're basically your own government.
Yes.
You're watching the builders and making sure that they do the right thing.
And I don't want
And
to let's also
Hello,
forget this
can
is
you
a
hear me now?
human issue. We cannot even yes, we can hear you, Lola. But he's still echoing. Oh, I have to
I
mute
can
you.
hear you.
Lola, your YouTube is still echoing. Oh my god.
You have, please, when you call him, mute the YouTube, the actual YouTube, so that only your StreamYard will be what we'll be hearing.
because it's echoing
Because
and
it's
then we
echoing
can
and
be
it's
hearing
bouncing back.
ourselves.
So it's like two audios are playing at the same
at
time.
the same
But we
time.
need only one audio, which is the StreamYard one where you click the link. Okay?
Or maybe if we add Lola again, then we'll just be quiet so that she speaks.
I think so.
Yeah,
Let's
like what we
try.
used to do for a ghost. Adewale, please just hold on so that Lola will just speak.
okay.
Lola, do you want to try?
You have to unmute yourself.
Okay, so Lola, try and unmute. Let's see if it will work.
This thing is really crazy.
Try and unmute, Lola. Yeah, all sorts of STDs. As of Betty, they don't understand.
They know, and it's not our job to
Carrying
make you
their
understand.
gonorrhea and STD and STI
It's not our job
everywhere.
to make you understand.
Men of iniquity. No, if you don't understand, your IQ must be very low. If you don't have basic human empathy and integrity to be honest enough,
They don't have the balls.
yeah,
That's
that's it. You don't have it.
you ain't got the balls like
If
your
you-
ancestors that married many wives and all the wives knew about it and they still took care of all their children.
Mhm.
You don't have nothing.
How many of them take care? How many
You
of them buy them
can
from
post
farm?
office, how many women you can have,
have.
and how many you can wife.
Nonsense. Your
That's all.
fellow
You
men
are
abroad, they are
reduced
doing well.
So the
You are
body,
here fooling yourself.
you are reduced. When you die, there's nothing to show for
Nothing.
it. There's nothing to show.
Nothing.
Some of these men that will be
You
having
recycle
many
them in
children
the system.
everywhere. There's nothing to show but pain that you've left in the presence of human beings in the world.
Yeah, they come here to talking rubbish. You want mistake my tongue? No, I'm too intelligent for your
Yeah,
BS.
talk about- Lola, I'm used to Adewale, let's
Continue. I think
Maybe
whenever Lola is
ready,
ready,
then she will
she will.
So
give it.
this is just about human decency. Like it has nothing to do with polygamy. This is about human decency. This woman has been planning a life with this guy, and this guy is doing something else somewhere else with another lady, and his family is in on it. That's what we're talking about.
Mhm. Then
I know
no,
you
then
guys like polygamy and all that. This conversation is
they are
about
currently
polygamy.
doing it. When you are speaking to
It's
people's
conscience.
conscience,
It's conscience that is
Adewale,
flogging
we are
them.
used to this type of people. When you are speaking to people's conscience, they don't know
Their
that.
conscience of
And the thing is that
iniquity
if you
they
see
are
me
dead.
physically, I will tell it to your face. Those who know you, they know. I will tell it to your face because I don't take nonsense for a living. I don't take nonsense for a living. So some of them that are, whether they come
They are
as,
currently in the situation.
they are fighting with their conscience because they are currently doing that act
And they know,
or supporting
and they know
that
what they
act.
are doing is not good.
Yes. So when people are fighting with you, telling them the truth, then they look for a way to die.
They are fighting with themselves. Not even with you. Yeah.
You know, they told you they are fighting with themselves, so they'll be looking for a way to distract. No, I'm too intelligent for that. What the heck? Put another, suffer another woman. You want to come and talk rubbish? Nonsense.
You want to make it sound cool. You want to make it sound cool.
Tradition is so good that you are still here. Why are you still watching? If you don't know, so they can't do
without it.
Yeah. Lola,
unmute yourself. Lola, this Abuja Wi-Fi is just not it today.
It's just dragging you back.
This is not a capital Wi-Fi.
Adewale, that's the thing, no? And the thing is that when you try to be rational, especially with our people here, Adewale,
who is our people?
They never listen.
When I mean with fellow Nigerians, when you try to be rational, they think when you are rational, not try, and you are logical about your stuff. There is this thing about so words like, oh, you are weak, you are emotional, oh, you don't open eye, oh, you this. It has made some
white
people.
man's tradition, Mumu. You know what the white tradition? You know
White
different
man.
white have different traditions. You don't know anything.
You think
it's only you that have tradition.
You
think it's only you that have tradition.
You don't.
But you're reading Bible. You don't know that Bible is somebody's tradition.
You don't mix up. So most people don't mix up with people of other races, other culture, and other races.
They think everything happening in their own culture is only unique to them. Yeah. You don't know that some white people have many wives.
I watched the documentary. Yeah. I watched the documentary.
Some white people in America have many wives. You don't know.
True.
So I watched a documentary about this same thing that these men are doing. Some people are also doing it. Lola?
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me now?
We can hear you finally.
Oh God! That is what happens in Abuja. Network. MTN forever disappointing. Hello, everyone. How are you all doing?
Good to hear your voice. How are you?
Everywhere you go.
Hey, Adewale, our chief guy on board.
Yes, so
well, real quick, not to take anybody's time. My thing is that I don't get why men cannot be straightforward, and not to even make it all about men, because I realize toxicity doesn't reside with the male gender, but just be honest. I mean, if you know you want to be polygamous, I mean, there are some women that are okay with it. If he could have, oh, this is me, I am, and the fact that he has known her from an early age, I mean, 10 years is a long time. Like you guys rightly said, it takes you could have a whole lot of things going on in 10 years. You could have studied medicine, like you pointed out. Just let her know that, okay, see you, this is how we're going to do this thing. I am more likely to be, veering in this direction. But for you to go into a relationship knowing that this woman is thinking you're going to be exclusive with one another, and then you just deceive her at the end of the day, it's just wrong. It's wrong. And I feel that it's just unfortunate. Now she's at that point of her life whereby she just has to, wait for the child to be born, and she then has to take a decision on how she wants to proceed.
So painful.
I don't know.
It's so painful.
It's very painful.
Very, very painful.
Imagine
very, very
painful. And the child looks like a man. That's even worse.
Very, very painful.
Because you'll be looking at this child like you're supposed, you love them.
It is
constant reminder of your pain.
It's so painful.
True. That's very true.
Yeah, usually that's what happens. They always look like the men of iniquity.
But
Because
at least in this situation, it's not going to be another 10 years and then she gets a call like your other life, and then she's like,
Mm.
oh, my love, this one will be like, we probably shouldn't have had each other's kids, God forbid. But, I'm not shading. I mean, kids have nothing to do with it. They're innocent in all this. But
you're saying the
it's
truth.
just, yeah,
There's
it's
not,
mind-boggling. I mean, and mind you, British, I don't polygamy is not something that is accepted in, I don't think UK accepts bigamy,
Mm-mm.
so how will that Nigerian British woman feel knowing that he's married? I mean, maybe in her
She
head
probably
she
doesn't
might be
know.
like,
He's not married to the girl of 10 years. He's not married to her.
no, I know that. I
Yeah,
know
but
that.
she
I'm talking
probably.
about the one now.
Mhm. Yeah.
I'm
She
talking
probably
about the
doesn't
one
know.
now in the
In the
UK.
UK, yeah, that they have a
Mm-hmm.
2-year-old child.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
She probably doesn't know that this man has a whole life and an extra life coming through.
Yeah.
And such Nigerian men, they think that they are smart. So they will say, I'm smart. I be man now. I be strong man.
That's right, as always.
Mhm.
I be
I
strong
mean, these
man.
are women. They will get used to
They will
it.
get used to it. So I will swing in the thing of our culture.
And nobody is disputing your masculinity,
Who
I
cares
mean,
about their
after all, like
masculinity?
I said,
Who cares? Why look like someone with
who he
Your
helped at the end
masculinity
of the
cannot be
day?
your masculinity not change the state of the nation?
Your masculinity cannot cannot increase the value of naira.
No.
Then your masculinity is a waste. It's a waste product.
If the
It's matter. It occupies space.
Yes, if the masculinity is to be causing asunder
It
in
has
different
nothing
people's
Yes.
lives,
to offer.
then what is that?
That's what I'm saying. If you have nothing to offer
Yeah.
but your penis to the world and your sperm to distribute different children, you are nothing.
Nothing.
You are
Nothing.
nothing.
That's it. An irresponsible.
It's
person
just
who does that. That's it. Then when they see it, that's why when some people see responsible men,
it's just bad. I mean,
yes,
Bad is
it's
bad
wickedness and
Wickedness
bad
and
behavior.
bad behavior.
That's why when people see responsible men, the way they will celebrate them, like I
It
said,
is.
Oh my God! You
Then
are
you
faithful
have-
to your wife. You are doing heck. That's what you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be freaking faithful. Are you okay? Is the wife not faithful to you?
make it look as if
It's abnormal.
It's abnormal. Then you hear them saying, "Oh, the man is a simp."
but but what that is, it now seems abnormal. What is supposed to be normal has now turned to,
Lola,
rarity and being abnormal.
Lola, do you know why?
Everything is just upside down.
Exactly. And Lola, do you know why that is so? It's because good people kept quiet and they allowed the nonsense, evil, and bad behavior to keep going.
Yeah.
They allowed it to, instead of calling out, like your friend is doing
Excuse
you will be excused. You go
Oh,
say
it's
na
just a
boys.
man and a
He's
boy.
a man, and so many
They sow their wild oats.
They sow their wild oats.
Your wild oats,
Yeah.
your mates, they build up,
Say,
they buy assets.
I'm in a relationship with somebody, and you know that your friend beats his girlfriend or beats his wife or he's cheating, and you are still friending that person.
Yes.
You are mad.
Yeah, we said that on this show.
You are mad. You are
said
an
that.
attribute of bad behavior.
Yes.
And
But
then
it's not only that. It also goes to the family. Some family, like we pointed out, are just full of they perpetuate this bad behavior, this toxic nature. Oh,
Yes.
that's the reason why in some families you will see girls are supposed to be doing all that, and the baby
They
boys
glorify it as
into
women should
just
be nurturer
sitting
carer. Who is your carer?
down
women are
playing.
supposed to
and-
endure.
Why
Why
look like someone that wants to be caring for people?
now people who say they've been nurturers by
But-
nature.
Caring by nature. Alright, everything they hang you.
Abuja Wi-Fi, please,
out
Probably
children in such a way that
God of Abuja Wi-Fi.
Abuja Wi-Fi. The delegates, they hang the Wi-Fi.
These people of iniquity, you people are hanging. You don't want allowed to speak the truth.
They don't have the Wi-Fi. Oh, they don't have the Wi-Fi.
After they don't collect $20,000 each.
Delegates of iniquity.
Delegate. What?
Delegates of thunder.
What? what is going on in Nigerian politics? I don't read the constitution upside down. It looks like they are updating the constitution as it goes.
And they're mostly Nigerian men, which is also sometimes I just think about like I think about like the men in the West and the kind of technological advances they go through every year. And then I think about my countrymen. I'm like, we are busy.
They are busy looting.
Your countrymen, they provide the problems. The Western people, they solve the problems
They
and
solve the
sell the
problems. That's very
solution.
true.
They
That's
sell
very
the
true.
solution back to the countrymen.
Wisdom.
The countrymen, exactly.
So the
Exactly.
countrymen, they misuse everything and they don't use their common sense and their brain.
They don't
develop
have
things.
one.
So they
They
create
don't have
more problems.
more
And
problems.
then their fellow men in the West see it as opportunity to provide
Solution, and they make more money.
Yeah,
And
so
they
they make more money.
like they'll start thinking about like the future in the next 4 or 50 years about their own generations. And
Their solution
we
focus.
in Nigeria, the guys are looting the money and they're paying 20K just to become the president. It's not even naira, dollars.
And how many wives that they can have?
We're here busy arguing about polygamy.
The politician boasting of having 4 wives and many children. That's all you have to offer.
And Nigerians declaring themselves for almost 200 million.
Even there was one that was boasting about getting married to a 16-year-old girl, and he was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, come."
There's some of them, yeah.
I was like, man.
There are some of them. There are some of them. In the African culture and
You have
thing,
nothing
there's a lot of toxicity going on.
nothing.
And you know the thing is that
Yes.
people are in pain, but they will rather continue to promote that pain.
And watch other people go through that pain. It's like because it happened to me, it must happen to you. So it's like in the reverse for the most part in the West, where you see people that say, this happened to me. I'm creating probably a foundation. I don't want this to happen to another person. I will do anything to prevent. No. Nigerians,
Paper magic.
It's 4 wives and 28 children. Unless if there's another one that has 28 wives. I know it's 4 wives and 28 children. Lawmaker.
We have the suffering Olympics.
Yeah.
I mean, Banky W contested for this Senate or House of Assembly.
House of Rep for Etiosa local government.
Exactly. That day, we saw them count the votes. He won it.
And they were
The next day, one Baba man with one messed up feel. I was telling him that he should wait for the process.
Is that not one faithful man that is faithful to his wife and knows his purpose and has good track record?
A good man, though. I've listened to Banky's interview, even on Ebuka has this thing called Black Box. I think it's on his YouTube or something. I've listened to that guy's story, his life story, his journey, and his why. You know, and all those things. I watch them, they count that thing from screen. They count that.
Nigeria is a seasonal movie. It's a series. We're in season 6, episode 6.1.
I felt like crying when he made that. I call them Baba. Like when you meet those Babas in those Nigerian ministries.
Babas of iniquity.
Bent up, we call it fila in Yoruba, this cap that bends to one side. When they start telling you just wait. Just no say that process no they come. I felt sorry for him. I was like, I mean, you changed to PDP and they just and one guy was then saying that how long has he been in the party? He needs to wait for his turn. I was like, what's that? I mean, is that democracy? I mean, what
that has more than he has more to offer Nigeria.
More experience, and Banky has brought value to the economy.
No.
Yeah, of course. He didn't start. He has been doing a lot of events.
Netflix never reached Nigeria. Nigeria are Webflix. Even God has left Nigeria. He don't change the channel. Nigeria now Webflix. It's in the cloud of iniquity. Forget this word they see of iniquity. That's what happened to Banky W. So tell you that even if it's your right, they will take it away from you and look for laws.
So much for children. You are the leaders of tomorrow.
Banky not the leader of tomorrow.
They die. They are living ancestors.
Ancestors are going to the gym.
No. That's the now like politics politics in Nigeria now is like what do you call it? Monarchy. If you check the list of the new of the new what do you call it? The new people in the House of Assembly, their sons, mostly sons, a few daughters of the governors and the ministers and the presidents there. That's just what it is.
Well, Adewale, what does the average Nigerians like talking about? Because we used to do politics on this channel.
Yeah, we do
Is
politics.
it not
Relationship.
who is relationshiping who is cheating on who is breaking whose heart?
Because many of them like misery.
Iniquity.
Of course.
They think that it will
course.
give them escape from the pain.
For
that
the
they are
pain
going
that's
through.
going on, they're going through. Like the average Nigerian doesn't even know what their rights are. Like,
No, they don't.
how would they?
They don't.
So sad, and then we're here arguing about.
And some of them are educated, though. Let me shock you, Adewale. Some of them are
Very
educated.
educated.
We watch Nigerian court shows, right? They have them on YouTube here.
I've
You
seen
see
the
people that are suing their partners.
They are dead beats fast and partners. Because many of them are not married, but they'll be asking husband and wife. When the judge not really ask them, are you married?
They will say
They
no.
will say no. He never pay anything.
But
for
they
my
put the freaking men on child support.
He never pay anything for my head. Oh. Nonsense.
But you know they contribute. And I don't worry now. We get 7 children. They expect one. You my lordship. All I want is for him to be responsible. Then you go see Nigerian judge. They say, well, you're not supposed to. Or is it the one that we steal from their friends or borrow from their friend and they'll be entitled that, well, my friend should know that I'm in hard times. And I shouldn't pay. I shouldn't pay. And they will be boldly saying, I think it's Judge Williams show. Just like, what do you mean? You borrow this thing, you borrow money from this person. You say you're going to pay at this time.
Some of these stupid litigants, you know, they to be addressing the judge as your honor. Because it's a woman, they'll be calling her mommy. Mama, please. Mama, please. The woman will have to correct them several times. I'm not your mama. I am a judge. That's how they've reduced women with their iniquity.
I mean, when I watch those shows, I feel sorry for the people who come on the shows. I'm like, these people have been denied like proper education and proper working institutions and systems.
They were like, excuse me. Where did this education come from? Is it not from fellow human beings?
The West.
I mean, they created Western people create their own education.
Nigerians, they took history out of our curriculum. So even when you ask some Nigerian children, when was Nigeria had independence? Some adults will not even know when Nigeria became a republic.
They don't know.
They don't know how many local government. They don't know all those things. They don't know. So if you're an adult, you don't know how you going to what information are you going to transfer to your children?
When we said, I see the show on the last lecture, I told you what the Nigerian parents do is religion and then the most education. After that, nothing. Maybe snippets of the culture. After that, of culture that we are pleased to, then when they can control the child.
Entitlement spirit. When God was creating human beings, entitlement spirit.
If we start with that conversation, we're not going to end today.
Who is great. Why do you?
Hope your YouTube is muted.
Hope your YouTube is muted. So that this will not be bouncing. Can you hear us? Are you there?
Let's continue what we're saying.
So, anyways, what was I saying now? The entitlement
of iniquity.
Yes, Lola, yes. So they wear the agbada of iniquity of entitlement. They use corset to tie to make a spiritual thing in their stomach and say, for this one, we're not going to lose weight for entitlement spirits. That's not somebody that you loan money to tell you that, aren't you happy that I stepped down? This person. Aren't you not happy that I stooped so low to come and ask you for loans? Hey. You're not even happy that someone of my caliber asks you for loans and you're asking for the money back. Is it because I told you I'm going to pay it back at this time? And they'll be saying it sometimes in front of the judge.
My own money.
Meanwhile, when they were begging you for this thing, you are their Lord and personal savior.
Yes. Yes.
They'll call you boss. I hear all these things. I'm like,
oh, that cheap.
Mama, after you now you. And Nigerians like hailing. Don't hail
hailing, yes.
They want people to be looking up to them.
Yeah, and I
So
don't
it's like all those things.
I mean,
yeah, all those
I found a strategy to it. If you call me boss, me I'll call you guy. If you call me I hate me, I say I do valid for you. You have to match it up.
You have to always be
I
higher.
frustrate
If you go,
chairman.
you go pay.
And the very chairman go say chief.
Now president, yes, president.
If you
And
tell me,
then
I
this
say,
person-
now you are they look up to.
Yes! And they can't come back from that. There's no coming back.
Unless the educated one will say, I want to be like you when I grow up. You say, when I'm looking up to you.
No, no.
Ah.
There's no room for washing. No, please.
No.
I
No,
saw
no.
people when they collect accolades.
You pay.
Nigeria have what they call complementary insult
It's sugar
syndrome.
mouth. But the sugar can cause you diabetes if you take too much of it.
Once they start with, I respect you a lot. Just no say insult.
Everything else is disrespect.
Exactly.
Insult. they just give you shoulder pad of incoming harm.
I don't want to sound rude, but
But
But just say it like it is. I'm just saying. I mean, you're a very pretty lady, but your teeth though.
how
Just
did we transition to this topic?
and the thing they flow, not natural. Now politics entered this now. I mean, we
Yeah,
cannot do
yes.
without it. This
First
first is great.
Can you hear us?
Once he shakes his head and he says no, don't force it on.
First is this now first was from Australia.
This person.
Hello.
First is great.
Yes, hello.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you guys.
Your hands, it sounded like you are distracted or something. Maybe you don't know. Okay, welcome to the show. Where are you?
Oh,
where are you
sorry. I didn't know I was on a live show.
You did not know?
I didn't know.
Oh, that's what we're trying to say. We're like, you they talk to us for screen, they talk to for somebody off screen. Who are you giving your attention to, sir?
I'm attention to my girlfriend.
If you're talking to your girlfriend, you cannot be multitasking. You take permission from your girlfriend. May I call into this show now?
I hope your girlfriend subscribe.
Anyways, welcome to the show.
Is this person from Australia?
Yes.
Person from Australia, which one they do us digging at
I
them?
don't understand though.
Which one you giving us bitchy banshee now? How are you?
I'm all right. How are you, ladies?
We are doing great, too. We are doing great.
What do you have to say about the occurrences of this situation of a 10 years relationship that is going on the social media space?
Hold on, please. Sorry, I was in my place of work.
When you are ready, put it in.
Australia is America.
I know that I know you usually are at work at this time. That's what you
It's
say.
this Sunday already.
Now Sunday you say now.
This is morning time, Australian time.
It's Sunday.
It is Sunday.
Sorry?
You are in Sunday already, Nabi.
But this Abuja and Australia internet. You
Australia.
I was just
So you won't contribute to the show, Abi? You just won't follow
See,
the
the thing
gist
is
on the screen. You see how you give people headache for comment section. Focus now. Make this your internet focus. The color there with the girlfriend though. Festus. Okay, when you're ready.
I don't even know what I could say to the lady because she's already pregnant. She's actually almost. If the story is an old story, then she should have put
No,
to bed.
it came out last week. So like it's actually like
it's fresh.
It's fresh because she's already 36 weeks.
Yeah, she's 37 weeks, which means she's almost due.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, she's almost due.
Any moment for
Like,
her.
and once that baby comes, that man is attached to her for the rest of her life.
Like the cocoa with that.
She's,
He extended the control to the permanent site.
That's
Remember
what
when you
was saying.
Emotional people live there. This one is stamped to say he says emotional footprint to be permanent.
Physical.
of course, permanent. When I just hope and pray
Junior,
Sorry.
please tell me that you joined.
They take permission from Adewale for you. They cut
I'm
it.
sorry, Adewale. Junior, please tell me that you joined us an hour ago when we already shared the story because we're not going to repeat the story.
Junior, they come from they enjoy Canada summer. Welcome, Junior.
Welcome, Junior.
Hey, Adewale, let me give you gist.
You will say something.
Adewale, let me give you gist.
Okay, I'm listening.
Now that you are a gent, I know that you are a gentleman.
Yeah.
Men supporting men, is he a myth?
It's not a myth. It actually happens. If I'm going to be honest. What you mean? What do you say men supporting men? Do you mean like hiding their?
I know
We are not giving any.
Adewale
It's a
don't
statement.
shook a
straight.
meaning. Not shook a meaning into my because Nigeria.
Okay. I'm just gonna say this. There's a bro code that actually happens where you know.
Festus,
Hello.
Can I continue?
I dey come. Festus,
Festus.
Yeah, man. Fine.
We'll leave this live show.
Festus, you won't moderate this live show. I mean, what kind of us go Australia? Pick one, sir. What is wrong?
Microphone testing.
I don't understand what's going on. This guy is confused.
Festus, you dey worry us. You dey worry us, so.
You joined with two. There are two Festuses here.
Mhm.
See, there are two.
Which
Festus.
one is
Which
you now?
one is you? I bet Festus. Call us
Festus.
Wait again.
Try calling again. Try calling again, Festus.
Try
You
calling.
see?
Click the link and try calling again.
Yeah.
Try calling in again because this thing they annoy.
They bounce back.
Organize us and
You know, I was cleaning my bathroom while listening to you guys bit by bit.
Hey,
Multitasking.
good guy.
Yeah, Junior.
Junior, have common sense.
Junior, get multitasking. If I hear say men don't multitask.
Men supporting women.
Adewale, back to this gist. Adewale, and I quote, you say, yes, there's a
Yeah.
code. And men supporting men.
It's a bro code.
Yeah, we agree.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
Yes.
Where were you when we did live show 2 weeks ago?
I don't know where the valid day, but we'll ask you today. There's some
But
look at
I was with some friends. Yeah, I couldn't come.
and they
around.
only
No,
know they try to make a
No, they answer me now. But
Best-
some questions when I ask you like this, Adewale, now just gist. So,
So,
even if you know.
indeed,
Yeah, I get it.
about some guys. Amaka say Abi, I not
I
tell
beg.
you. So there is this. There first of all, oh God, this story they place my head.
One of the
There's this
story
guy,
be say
remember?
this man has a best friend that is known for 15 years. 50, I don't have
It's
a
good that you
memory.
remember. Tell us.
Adewale, this guy has known this guy for 15 years.
Many years ago.
Festy.
Yes, please.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's better now. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you, young ladies?
We are doing fine. This one you are putting title before
Young
the ladies.
It's good. Okay, before we share the story, you can let us know what you think about the stories that we've shared prior.
Yes. What's your opinion on that other story?
Sorry, I was initially being playful. I was talking to my colleague. So,
No wahala now.
to her.
No wahala.
No need to apologize.
Mm.
Colleague,
Yes.
I won't say you don't subscribe.
May the quality
Colleague, I hope you have subscribed.
subscribed.
I've left the office.
Oh!
I'm not responsible, no. But carry on.
We're listening.
See, a lot of men do the stuff that people are talking about.
I'm listening. Speak into your microphone, though,
So that we
so
hear
that we
you.
hear it better.
Hello?
Yes,
Yeah, we're hearing you.
We're hearing you.
Okay. So a lot of our men, a lot of our African men do this stuff when they come overseas.
Mhm.
Why they do it, I'm not trying to justify the bad behavior. They do it on what they call a migration contingency. You come into a country like the United States, for you to get your green card, the most quickest way is to get married to a white lady.
This
True
one
or
not
false?
marry a white lady. This one,
hold
I know those ones first. Sorry to cut you in because I know
This
Yeah.
one married a Nigerian
this one
British
married a Nigerian British woman.
woman. About you
hold-
migration waiting.
What do you call a migration waiting? Contingency.
Yes, sir. Now, see,
Mm.
if I get to a country like let's say I travel overseas from Nigeria or from Ghana, and I come into maybe any European country, for me to get my papers, I need to like marry like a citizen in that country. That will fast track my migration stay in that country. Do you understand me?
Depends
Now,
on
most of the people who do this, some of them are married.
Mhm.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
We're
Continue.
listening.
We're listening.
Yeah, so a lot of them are married. For me, for instance, I live here in Australia. I've been here for a couple of years now.
Mm-hmm.
And I know many of us would like to live in lies and denials. You have a woman back in Nigeria, you get down here, and you see you want to date a lady here. The lady you're dating here, she's single. She is thinking you are the only person in her life. Whereas you have a son or a daughter back home. You are fully married. You now come here, do these things because you want to get your papers. Then you create a lot of bad impression about Nigerians. Do you get me?
We're hearing you. Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah. So that what that man did is wrong. And a lot of our men are still doing it till tomorrow. Because they'll tell you, how do I get my papers, all that kind of stuff. If you want to travel overseas, get your information that you need, get it correctly.
Mm-hmm.
And let your woman also, who is back in Nigeria, let her understand the consequences of you traveling overseas.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Let her know a lot of things. That so many things going to happen down the line. Because this thing has to do with breach of trust and not keeping to your promises and also breaking someone's heart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For me, as a young person, I have a younger sister. So if somebody does this thing to my younger sister, I will not be happy with it. Let me share something private. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we're
We
listening
can hear
to
you
you.
perfectly.
Perfectly. We're listening to you.
Now, back in Nigeria, I have like a lady I was seeing, like planning to get married to.
Mm-hmm.
But as events continue to unfold, I saw that I may not be able to travel home in the foreseeable future. Let's say if I will travel home, that may take like 2 or 3 years.
Mm.
And the challenge is, me and this person have been planning like to get married. I've been working out a whole lot of stuff. But as things start unfolding, and I tell you, saying, I don't want the situation by tomorrow. You have now kept somebody for a long time. I didn't marry the person.
Mm.
I had to I started telling the person the state of things like overseas. Look at the way things are. You know, I don't want you to wait for me any longer again. I'm not dating anybody. You understand?
Yeah.
The plan we had didn't work out. So I told her, I think we may have to go south.
Mm.
But if we're meant to be, if we'll get back to each other, then we'll move on. But some persons are not honest to themselves.
Yeah.
Some persons live in lies. They rather tell you a lot of lies, Don't worry, I'm with you. Whereas they are fooling another woman over here.
Yeah.
So when you travel overseas, distance, first of all, is a very big barrier.
Mm-hmm.
Your woman is back in Nigeria. You tell her to hold on for you. It's not easy to stay in this present time. It's not easy to, especially when unless you're a virgin.
Mm-hmm.
And this lady now wait for you. You now get overseas, get married to another person, or start dating someone else. Why the person you kept back in Nigeria or in Ghana is faithful to you?
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
Bad behavior should be condemned. And a lot of men who do this thing, I don't know. I don't support it. That's my thing.
We are clapping for you. Physical and virtual claps, please. Thank you for doing the honorable thing to letting that woman go for yourself and for her.
Festus,
Yep.
thank you for also sharing something very private,
Mm-hmm.
but also you've shared public before.
Mm-hmm.
Not the
No,
updates.
to even buttress it, do you know that like my my mom was like not in support of it. My mom was saying we should stick together, all that kind of stuff. I said, Mom, see, I'm not seeing anybody right now. I'm not telling her to. But I have a younger sister. Imagine somebody keeps my younger sister for 5 years now. I'm not married the person. I'm not saying I've kept her for 5 years. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, that should not be good. I have conscience.
Yeah.
Some certain things I can't do them. Some people may look at me and say, "Oh, this guy is a weakling." No,
No, you are
Who cares?
No.
Who
You are an
cares?
honorable
You
man.
are an honorable man.
Yep.
Because if nobody has told you that,
We are telling you today.
that today.
And I know where we know you from.
Yeah.
I think it's from Franklin's channel.
Yeah.
I know where we know you from. And I know that sometime, was it last year or something, or during the pandemic, I remember one time you had called into his show and you talked about this same your girlfriend that you were
think so,
thinking
yeah.
at some point
Mm.
your plans
Well,
in
you
the
did
future.
something very honorable. Many people don't have the
And
balls
as you are
to do
living
that.
your life, you are also seeing what's going on and the reality on ground. And you
Yeah.
made honorable decisions
Of giving that lady a
to a
choice.
choice, because you gave her a choice by being very honest
And true to yourself.
and true to yourself. That
Yeah,
no matter how,
exactly.
no matter how currently painful it might be for you to miss each other and all those, it's like, at least
The advantages
I
are
know
greater.
that yes, the
The
advantages are
greater.
greater,
It's a
and your
logical
integrity
decision.
is
It's
intact.
intact. You can sleep well at night.
That's the thing. You know, I said it in one live show yesterday on TikTok that, as a matter of principle, I've never cheated on any on my girlfriend before. And some people are saying, "Oh, that's not possible." I'm just looking at them. You know, every man carries out all kind of bad behavior.
Yeah.
You understand? For me, one of the things that my girlfriend is going to look back and say, "Wow, I'm somebody who communicates." And as things goes on, I'll tell you. If I don't like what you do, I'll also tell you. You know, but some people will just keep some certain things in their mind, and you'll be expecting the person to read your mind. If, for instance, let's assume now, if, for instance, I will get back together and get married, that's beautiful. But if it doesn't work out, she knows that, oh, this guy's already told me that look at the position of things. So she's not waiting that, oh, it's first that told her to wait.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now she has options.
Yeah.
She's free to say, okay, if somebody comes her way, she's free to say yes, because I'm not holding her. Me, I'm also tell somebody yes.
Yeah.
You get it. So integrity is key.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
Please loud it as an honorable Nigerian man who is currently living in the diaspora.
Yeah, and probably making us proud as Nigerians.
Yes, integrity is key. Let me also share something on that light. Do you know that in this country I'm living in, I have a white lady that I met, I think, last year. But then I was still with my girlfriend that time. And she was trying to tell me, you know, Festus, you know, I like you, all that kind of stuff. I told her, no, it's not going to work out. First of all, I have a relationship. Secondly, my family will not even accept me. You know, I just told her straight up. Do you know that me just being sincere to that lady? She said, "Oh, see, Festus, you are the kind of man they are the kind of man that every woman should have." That kind of stuff. That lady begged me. She said, you know, let's move over to my city, do like that. I said no. So it's not everybody that falls for things like that. Some persons, yeah, she's a citizen. I would have just gone into it. I'll get my papers, bring my woman over. But I'll be crushing someone's heart, number one. The most important thing that I even hate the most is you'll be closing the door for other Nigerians. She will not look back and say, oh, Nigerian men are scum.
Exactly. Now, even if she's in a gathering, I'm sorry to cut you. Even if she's in a gathering of where people are saying Nigerian men has come, she will say, no, I have met one that is not.
That is honorable.
That is
and
honorable.
Yeah. Now the name where you call yourself, now you they walk by, because your name is Festy Great. Now you put up for here. So you are doing great things. And people are applauding you in the comments.
Yes.
You know, so integrity for me is very important. If you are meeting a woman now, for me now, okay, I've told myself, okay, now that me and my babe are no longer together. So if a lady walks into my life now, I'll tell you, I don't have any woman. And to even prove that, I've told myself to prove that, to make you feel comfortable, I take you home. I'll travel you back to Nigeria. You meet my family. Even if a white lady, you are a black woman or you're an Asian woman. So just be sincere. If you know you want a relationship with somebody long term, let the person know. If you know you are in need for papers, look for there's a way you can also get married and also like or do it like contractual.
That one are their business.
That one are their business. Not their business.
So just let the other person know so that the person will not feel hurt. Because if tomorrow the person turn around and say, oh, Festus, you did this to me. I said, no. I told you I've been issue from the outset. Look at the position of things, you know. So if you state your clear intention, because somebody has a heart,
Exactly.
If what they do to you, you don't like it, don't do it to someone else.
And
You know,
disguise
let's not just say, let's not justify something that is bad. In as much as me, see, if I want to like have a second, let's assume now, like in our culture supports like having a second wife. If you want to have a second wife, like he rightly said, our parents, our mothers, they knew that, oh, our fathers want to have, like I remember when my dad wanted to have another wife, the other wife knew, like, oh, her husband want to take a second, want to take another wife. And look, here's the reason why. You understand? So people, they tell you, okay, these are the reasons. This is the reason why. You know, I want to have like a second wife. This is the reason why. Like why my father ended up marrying my mom. The other wives knew the reason why. It wasn't like, oh, my father did it on his own volition. It was as a contingency. You get it? So if we are doing something, communicate. Let's stop justifying evil and say, oh, you know, this is a part of our culture. The part of our culture that I replicate is the part of our culture that stands for brotherhood, honesty, integrity, community. You know, the culture of
they don't remember that is part of culture. They don't remember it.
not the culture of how you dress, what they call it, how you speak, you know, no stuff. No, things that are tangible. I was even saying, I was even talking to the other person on one a live show. I said that people, somebody was talking about talking about the area of why women are living single and all kind of things. And I said that a lot of ladies focus on the wrong things. How do I mean? Your justification of a good man is somebody who earns high. Somebody who is earning high may come with all baggages. He may be into drugs. Can you handle that? He may also have some negative side that you may not be able to deal with. He may also, somebody that has money, have a lot of options. It means you're not going to be the only one. It's like dating a celebrity or a musician. You're not going to be the only sugar in the cane. There are better people around. But what things that we should be focusing on is a man who is hardworking. Because a man who is hardworking, even if he's a carpenter, he can feed his family. A man who is loyal, even if he sees other waste, he sees other breast outside, he will still remember he will value the one he has at home. Loyalty doesn't mean absence of option. It means you stick with one, irrespective of options that comes your way. You know, so those are the cultures we need to be replicating. What you should be looking at for I'm just saying this now, like advising some other of our viewers. If you are looking for a life partner, either male or especially for man, if a woman is trying to choose a life partner, don't talk about this concept of like God-fearing. Many God-fearing men are monsters.
Were you here when I was giving the gist? And when you finish, I will give another gist. Thank you for even bringing that up.
So the idea of, oh, the man has to be God-fearing. The God-fearing is vague. You should be looking at somebody who is loyal, somebody with integrity, somebody who says something and he stick to his words. If I make a promise, I keep to it. If I can't keep to it, I'll communicate and let you know, oh, this is the reason why I'm not able to fulfill this thing within this time frame. Integrity is important. Somebody who is loyal. Then if you're looking at a woman, you should be looking at a woman who is respectful, a woman who can get along easily with you, a woman who agrees with your plans and purpose, a woman who is also who can inspire you and help you grow, a woman who can build your home. Not just this idea of, oh, she has to be earning, she has to be highly educated.
Now the new generation men, they do that one now. You are even trying to be giving people tips.
I know, we know that they try.
Let me give you for Jesus. Now, you go anywhere in your relationship and you post it online, we'll talk about it here.
Where can I give you for Jesus? Now, when I was talking about that app, that Christian dating app, is a Nigerian Christian dating app set up by a Pentecostal church, prominent Pentecostal church in Nigeria. Eh?
We are not calling the name of the church.
So the ladies inside the group chat, you know, they were saying that one of them was giving a story. She said, man, that the brothers, they call their Christian brothers on that dating app. That there's one that she met. So they got talking and they decided, okay, they will go on a date, you know, in Port Harcourt or something, So they went on date or whatever.
The man eats bole and fish.
You know, something like that. So I don't know what the guy went to or something, but she called him her phone. No, she said no. They took pictures. They took pictures, right? But with his phone, he has an iPhone, right? So they took pictures, and of course, his phone quality is probably better, right? So she was like, okay, let's him give her a phone so that she can transfer to her WhatsApp or something of that this thing, right? Now I collect brother phone. Oh. Brother, save her number. When she was looking for her number, she was seeing Lady Abuja 1, Lady Abuja 2. Lady something 3, Lady Port Harcourt. She was Lady Port Harcourt number 12 PH. That was her phone number on this guy's phone.
A Christian brother, God fearing.
And they all come on. She was like, they posted the guy's picture. I think they blurred the face or something like that. They said some of the guys are begging. So these are fellow unscrupulous
men in faith.
Now, so the women they tell they say, please call upon the Holy Spirit to give him inspiration. Madam, first of all, it's a dating app. Every Harry, Dixon, and Tom, they're coming in there.
What does Holy Spirit
Stop looking for Holy Spirit and Spirit filled. Let common sense be your guide and your intuition.
No, continue to look for Spirit, please.
She was shocked, but that's what happened. I read it on that. If you see the WhatsApp chat, women were lamenting that, and we women were serious women of God who are keeping ourselves, who are praying for a good man. You brothers will be coming here, then you will not make the chat good enough for the good brothers, because there will also be good brothers. But of course, some good things that will say they are slacking.
You have to sift the crayfish, dirty away.
Brother in the sense, so if anyone I'm telling you, the lady see her name as Lady number 12 PH.
Oh, jeez.
She's shocked. This is not just stressful.
Then when they come, no, but these ladies are thinking that they are doing.
Not the men, not the ladies, the people that perform that perpetrate.
It's a game to them. It's a game of thrones. It's a game of thrones. These men don't care. This particular group of men. Oh, I'm not talking about the responsible one. Obviously, the particular group of men don't care.
Another issue is that many people are blindsided by the concept of religion. Oh, if this person doesn't share the same faith with me, it means he may not be. I hear some pastors tell you, never marry a person who is not a Christian. Let me prove that pastor wrong. My father was not a Christian, but he was one of the most responsible and a man of integrity I've ever met.
Mm-hmm.
So it's this idea of saying, the person needs to be a Christian, blah blah. Since I was born, like till my father passed on, my father have never witnessed what they call domestic violence. So when I grew up, I started seeing men beat their wife. It was strange to me because I never seen people do those kind of things. But some pastors will tell you, don't marry a man who is not a Christian.
But we cannot blame the pastor, because why? There's freedom of speech.
Pastor, they do it for your monetary gain.
He's a businessman. You see,
for monetary gain.
In those days, I used to blame pastor. No. If members for certain things like this now, Shebi is talking, but it's on the adult to make informed decision. Because why? The adult will bear the consequences.
Yeah, the one that's going to live with that person.
Do you know why you need to blame the pastors? Because these pastors have large followership, number one. Number two, these pastors are taken as a mouthpiece of God. So what they say carry weight. So you cannot be miseducating people and telling people some certain things. Many pastors have destroyed many homes.
Mm-hmm, true.
Let's debate it rationally, and let's start looking at.
That's true. That's true. I think Yachman was the one that came on this show some months ago, and he talked about how there was this lady that a guy wanted to, take it to
he was supposed to be. He was with the lady. The lady wanted to introduce.
He wanted to introduce the lady. He wanted to meet the girl's parents.
Yeah, but the parents wanted her. But the girl wanted him to
meet her pastor first,
as in for pastoral approval
before she can take
him. So you hold your pastor at a higher regard
than their father.
Man of who loins.
Do you know that in this present age, if what they call it now, if a pastor does not does not pour anointing oil or does not pronounce you blessed when you get married, an average Christian in Nigeria feels our marriage is not complete.
Mm-hmm.
The greatest blessing on earth you can have as a human being is the blessing of your parents, and the most potent prayer is a prayer of your parents. If your parents say it is well with you, it is well with you. Forget whatever any man will say, oh, I brought this oil from Galilee or from Jordan. Those
But the
oil are
people from Galilee, they use your hair cook soup.
They even
Yeah.
they cook
They use
steak.
they chop on living bread.
They cook steak.
even
Well, I'm not sorry for those people. I'm not sorry for people.
We had an experiment between my sister and I had an experiment where we wanted to look for Goya oil. You know Goya oil and anointed oil. First of all, do you know the person that they went? We went to, you know how many grocery stores we went to looking for Goya olive oil. Goya olive oil is the popular anointed oil in Nigeria. Walmart and different grocery stores, and we have other Goya products. But you see this anointing oil, it does not exist in the store. This is when we went to African store that they were selling 1 liter, but 1 ml of Goya oil, $5, more expensive than the one gallon of 3 liter of olive oil. People will buy them and they will go and pray for blessings. We they use your egg.
You know, so they should stop miseducating people back home. You know, preach the message. The Christianity should be focused on 2 things: salvation and love.
Festus, their same Bible says that beware of us,
Richard.
You only for these things, man.
Everybody has
content.
the pastor has his fault. The people that the sheep that refuse to have sense.
People who assign themselves as sheep.
They are also going through. Junior, you want us to sing that song of iniquity?
You Junior, call it to the show.
You will call it to the show and sing it.
Call it to the show, Junior. Let us all sing it
together.
together.
We know our common sense mouth and voice.
Yeah, people go to sing now. We sing
that song of iniquity. Before people will come and now cut this part of the video and carry sisters are looking for this is them singing the song. No. Junior, we'll go put the link, call him. And come
call him, no, Junior, call him. Make all of us
sing. Make hear your sweet voice.
Junior, it's been a while. Men supporting men. I want to come to Igbo. Igbo should not dissect.
So I was enjoying
Festus gist. No, Festus. Adewale, please feel free to chime in, please. You see, this religion matter is not going to go away. It's going to get better with time. You know why? Because the pastors now know the algorithm on YouTube. So their reach is beyond the show of the spirits. Because you know that people here, people think it's only in Nigeria. This thing is bouncing back. I think it's from Festus. So there's some people abroad there, Festus. They are doing all nights as we speak on YouTube Live.
Yeah, YouTube Live.
So the pastors are using technology
to their advantage
to disseminate and share their own views,
those misinformations and all of that.
Even people that are abroad, they are also clicking into their views. So human beings, that's why we have free will. Whatever decision you take that is coming up from somebody's mind that you've held in high esteem, thinking that you don't also have access to that, I'm sorry. It was your choice.
They're telling you the Bible says, can't you go and read the Bible for yourself? I don't know. Anybody can interpret the Bible however they want to interpret it. It's a book with words. So you go and read it for yourself.
They replace focusing on God-fearing Christianity, they replace it with character.
Values. The people in the Bible, were they Christians? The ones in the Old Testament that you reference sometimes, were they Christians?
Now they sabi, they like me, their pastor, they deceive them woefully.
It's not me that give their offer.
Let them come and share it on Twitter.
Not be me, they give your offer.
Live Ahmed Twitter. And we will bring it to the channel for debate because I will get this. Live Ahmed Twitter of the Nigerian site. I will get this now to share common sense.
We should do better, seriously. I don't know. We should do better. You cannot be emulating. Okay, imagine now. Back home, you see a lot of pastors. They have turned therapists. They have turned doctors. They have turned medical. They tell you, forget what the doctors say. If you're not feeling well in Australia, your pastor is going to tell you, have you gone to see the GP? You know, have you assessed your health condition, all kind of things. Even while your pastor prays for you, he expects you to use your knowledge. He expects you to go and visit a medical practitioner. But in Nigeria, they'll tell you discredit what somebody who went to school, a consultant in medicine, will tell you. Unless you want to sure.
Blood transfusion. Don't do CS as a woman when you are giving birth. You must give them.
Yeah.
Don't transfer blood or drink anointing oil. It will cure you. Okay, ma. Okay, sir.
Oh, you people are AS. The Lord will make your child AS.
The Lord will make you AA. All the kind of bullshit. Present day, if you want to get a job in if you want to get a job here now in Australia, you do police check, you do this one, you do.
Yes,
Now, you tell me you want to get a life partner, you cannot do all those vetting. They will tell you, God told me this lady is your wife. Which God told you?
he also told me
I want to know
that
voice
the
of
person,
God,
the person is also the husband. God calling. Nigerian movie then God calling.
No, God calling was
Oh,
nice.
God calling was nice.
A different one about
When we'll be telling people to be watching Hollywood movie, people that only used to watch Yoruba would come and be talking
or Igbo wood,
so that they will be having sense.
having sense. No, all these things that you're going through in life, they've acted it in film. Perhaps if you are watched the film, you will not be going through.
Look at Blood Sisters, for example. Now.
Crazy.
Look at Blood Sisters, for example. This Man of God thing.
Or Man of God in Hollywood movie.
Man of God.
First of all, I don't know if you watched it.
Man of
No.
God. You should go and watch it.
On Netflix. You
Very powerful.
It's crazy. I hated the ending, but it had a nice story to tell. Realistic of all this
amazing
control and Christianity and all that
a
nonsense.
lot of exposure. They expose a lot that is going on in the
Even
Nigerian
with
atmosphere.
parental control and whatever.
Yes.
Some parents will think that they hold the key to their children's destiny.
Thinking
that
that
fellow human beings.
if you are a parent and you are a bad parent, you thinking that you are your bad prayer. Your prayer you come and
Your
come
parent
and
will limit your children.
A lot.
Your offering is going to end your suffering. If you don't pay,
Pastors will not be pastor before.
Pastors they connect. Pastors na poet.
They will stretch our hands for to because our offering.
they tell you, see, me, that's not a pastor. A lot of things I have said have come to pass. As an informed person, you can use past data analysis to predict and preempt the future correctly. It's logic. But religion will make you see. Even Bible says in the book of Proverbs, it says, "Through knowledge shall the house be filled with precious things."
Well, now yourself in the spiritual. These people know it. Pastors, do you have swag? Let me tell you criteria to be a pastor to be listening.
You know, Mommy G will soon tell Festus that it seems that the Holy Spirit is angry with you. I know that man of God, the woman was like, the Holy Spirit told me that you sound people.
And then they will come out and be laughing, but they are absorbing it. So it's like a show. When the first time I think physically saw like a pastor preach, I thought I was in the cinema because I've never experienced it before. It was like a circus. It's like, and there was camera, and you will see the people. It's an act. It's like a show.
It's a show. It is a show.
And their voice used to change. Are you with me now?
They're all those witches that will be playing piano, messing with people's emotions.
I'm telling you. Are you with me now?
Yeah.
Another people after pastors now pianists will go band. Choir.
The choirs of iniquity will be backing him up.
So even if you forget the words, you can remember the song.
Yeah. If you listen to this song, do you know when this lady passed on? This lady this a musician that died. Yes. Do you know that me looking at it from the position of a therapist, I realized that song that lady sang was not born out of spirit. That song was born out of spirit.
We said it here. We said it on our live show now. Maybe you were with us in spirit. We said it here.
We said it on that time. Fire the something.
The angels are singing.
The angels are singing.
The moon are coming.
And I'm crying loud though. I'm seeing her face.
Now. It's her pain. You are very, very right, Festus. But no,
now.
they go say their spirit filled. You are converting me through your song.
And how the church that she attended did not even recognize her.
Care for her.
They didn't care. They didn't recognize. I heard what the pastor of the church and all those things.
But the thing is that people will watch this happen to other people, but they will still go there on Sunday and every day of the week. You see people going to church on a freaking Monday.
Of toxicity.
They will keep going. So you cannot save people who don't want to
save themselves. Yeah, so they should experience it. They should experience it.
Because if you listen to that song and watch that video, it's saying, "You are the living God, and no one like you."
Did you know that the money was going to the husband's account too, because it's in charge of
if you listen to that song and watch the video, the way she was crying, that is born out of post-traumatic syndrome.
Yeah.
That's
PTSD.
PTSD. That lady was depressed.
Mhm. Yeah.
You know,
she
but
was.
you know this, oh, man, that song is spirit filled. No, there's some song that comes out of a broken heart.
Yeah. Pain.
Yeah,
Pain.
pain.
Pain. And that's
Many
the
people
way
are
to express
on that
ourselves.
trauma. Because they sing so, oh God. Do we start talking about the choir after
Ah,
our
and the
4
choir
hours?
master and the pastors doing on top of the table and
Who
inside.
now come on stage and be singing. And he said, oh, hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Glory,
So,
glory.
Glory, glory, glory. 7 hallelujahs. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hey, are you with me now?
Are you with now?
you know, we should do better. Seriously, we should do better as a people.
Of course, Festus, of course.
We should though. But people when no one gets them. Some people will be sending their income from here and saying that they used to pay to pay tithe in Nigeria or in African
There's
countries.
a homeless person on your street beside you. Did you give them food to eat? No. Is that not what your Bible says that your God will ask of you?
Mm-hmm.
When I was hungry, what did you do? When you go to sow seed for person to get private jet. But who am I?
They source it for private jets.
Who am I? Private jet I cannot enter.
And when you tell them, they will say that
Don't
he's
talk
the
about my joy
anointed.
life.
He,
Don't talk about my
he
joy
has
life.
to be in the cloud with the Most High.
Oh.
He flieth higher. But now your offering, they use they fuel, they save some of them. They will say their private
They
jets.
use their offering back to do crypto to multiply.
They go put the jets. Many people will be say that they do Ashoma Fefe on social media to prepare you to go and take picture there.
Yes.
Watch Your Excellency on Netflix. You understand why? Oh, Adewale. Well, I'm tired of. I cannot be blaming the pastor up and down.
Do you know what I told some of our one group I belong to on WhatsApp? I told them that, see, you guys should stop blaming Buhari for the badness that's happening in the country. When you put turn around,
Pastors, they will crucify you.
how do I mean? I told them, I said, let's be very factual, let's be honest to ourselves. You, as a staff, you are earning, let's say, 2 million naira per annum. You take 10% of that money, which is 200,000, and give it to church. You say it's tithe, and you say it's tithes. Now you give that 10% of that money, excluding first fruits and all those things that they collect from you. Then tomorrow you still blame the president and say, oh, the reason I'm not succeeding is because of Buhari's government. It's your poor choices and your wrong and unwise decisions. Even Bible talked about Rehoboam, how he made an unwise decision. It's because you're making unwise decisions.
No, first of all, we say that village people are after them. They will not be blaming village people for their own problems.
Let me give you a case study. As a Christian, I used to pay tithes growing up, you know. But later when I stopped when I started working, like doing professional job. I left Nigeria. I saw at some point I was not consistent. When I came here, I started a bit. Then after a while, I just stopped. Trust me, I told myself, I'm not going to do this shit again. Do you know that
what made you come to that realization?
Because the thing is not even scriptural. It's just some people who misinterpret the Bible. Tell you Malachi 3 verse 8. Or Malachi 3, forgetting the fact that the Bible was referring to a certain. They will not read the preceding chapter. They'll just come and quote that word. You know that how have you been robbing me? He said by not in tithe and in offering. And the tithe and an offering I was giving them, was it monetary? No. But today, a pastor, give 10% of what you have. Let's assume we have 50 professionals who are medical doctors earning 500,000. Let's say 100,000 now in a church. 50 earning 100,000. Okay, let's say 50 earning 500. 10% of that.
This one way they calculate. Secretary of funds.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ, that people are supposed to be for. How many times did you read the Bible that Jesus paid tithe? But hey,
okay. If tithe was so significant, how come Jesus never talked about it?
You know what?
Festus, I have an answer for you.
Festus has carried us to religion now.
Evil of my father's house, die.
Let me give you a clear scenario that happened in the Bible. I don't. Maybe I'll search for it later.
You know why? Let me tell you, Festus. The Bible is just a book. The way you read and interpret it is for your own greatness. No
How
matter how you try.
People that here are blocked. It's like talking to a wall.
Imagine when you finish talking all these things when it makes sense. Then you do analysis, right? Compare, contrast, and analyze. You know, some of them will tell you that you don't have the Holy Spirit
in you. So me, it's not leading you.
Brother, please, you need the Holy Spirit.
So direct you.
And they will not ask you, will not ask them, what you mean? How do you
They will not invite you for deliverance.
How do you mean that you don't say? Because if you know who the Holy Spirit is, you will not talk about this like this. Because they want to brainwash you critically.
That side for them in the Bible. When Jesus entered the temple, do you know that Jesus was angry? Bible says he over.
They know they read that passage. They know they read that.
That's not the most significant part to me. The most significant part is what he said. He said, "My Father's house is a house of praise and prayer, but you people have turned into a den of robbers." And
my father's house now that they used to do church everywhere. So even the Bible said, the pastor will come and say, "Hold it there, brother." In quote, "My father's house."
What have you given to the
brethren? What have you given to the house of the building front of the Lord? Should your father's house be like a bacha?
How we enter relationship? Can't enter politics? Can't they talk about religion?
Nah, first of the carry on both sides.
Make this connection?
But in Christian dating app, please, and they're telling you to share your screenshots because I beg you on my. I'm sitting down telling you now, please. All those your Christian brothers and sisters are promising you marriage.
This is crypto magic. Nice word.
Chinese are building factories to feed them from. Nigerians are closing warehouse to rinse. Yes.
They pray against poverty now. How can you pray?
Poverty, die.
Against a man-made problem. I don't understand that.
Then you hear somebody will tell you, it is only God that can fix Nigeria. Then I'll ask,
even the politicians are saying it now. We need politicians to come and say, please pray for me. For the country's security. One of the senators, I think, he said, I've been alignment with one of them. She said, we need your prayers. Amechi.
I see
Now Amechi, because Amechi go release tunes. Amechi
sing gospel track.
Exactly. That's what I'm watching.
Amechi is a gospel musician. If politics don't work, he go compete with
Amechi say go use that thing as jingle for presidency. But they are waiting for him in the EFCC.
Amechi released
billions.
He and the household, they were sitting down doing repeats. Thank God I can't remember that nonsense.
I don't remember. They were like, if you remember, let us know. And that's why they sing them. I watch them. I can vividly see it here. They sing everything they do. And I say, and Nigerians were spirit-filled.
Nigerians, they share the video.
The same man that has come on the podium to abuse Nigerians.
And say that there is no Nigerians can see people stealing money and whatever. What are
they will not do anything?
They won't do anything, but they have videos. So Nigeria is a series. Is in season 6 for the 60th birthday, episode 1.5. Because this year we will be 2 years old. By October 1st, Nigeria will be season 6, episode 2.
That's why now. Okay, see now. Come back to this pastor thing where I agree with you on some things, pastors. Now, pastors, they know the importance, the power that they have. They know the importance of PVC and how you have to always tell your members to get their PVC and the power they hold in that PVC.
They will not do it. Some of them said they are waiting that they've not been told by God who will rule.
Because they never carry Ghana must go back.
They never collect brand envelope yet, so they are waiting. Why? So by the time God minister to them, they will now tell them.
Then there will be anointing.
As per Samuel of who Samuel anoint? Saul.
Now Saul, nice Samuel.
Now Saul. But they forget that Jewish people, they were not a democratic society.
Today Bakari talked about that. Didn't Prophet Samuel anoint King Saul? That God also rejected King Saul as well. Okay.
But he did not say that the Saul was chosen by the people.
It will not be democracy. That's not a democratic government.
He did not say that the people chose.
Now, king when they anoint. Is there any country where they anoint presidents? People will not go and watch King of Boys and have sense.
More because now Pastor Kafo now Oba. When we are telling people to watch Nigerian movies, they think that we not get sense. When you watch King of Boys, you see where Reverend Okafor, they anoint when not great call Oba name.
Because Reverend Okafor has side chick.
Reverend Okafor get side chick. Reverend Okafor though they chop aside, they knock women. No say Oba don't collect data.
But Reverend Okafor is doing peace be with you, brethren.
They do brethren. Oba storm inside church.
I mean, one dismissed Catholic priest just became APC's candidate for Benue State.
I said Nigeria is a cynical movie.
They suspended him from pastoral public pastoralism.
Didn't you hear? Dewale?
Yeah.
A priest won the APC governorship
in Benue State.
In Benue State.
I've been just contesting.
He won the primary.
He won the primaries.
Of Anglican.
It's a Catholic priest, I think.
I think it's a Catholic.
Mary, Mother of God.
He was dismissed by the Catholic. I don't know what it's called.
So now he's a politician.
Of course.
That guy go loot, die, yo. He go loot.
And then someone in the comment section was like, "Who go be first lady?"
Holy Mary. The guy go loot in the name of Christ, though.
He go loot.
Wait. I want to get this straight. Like, was he already a practicing priest before he was let go by the church?
He was part of the political party.
No, I think it was after he was dismissed by, because I don't think in the Catholic ministry you're allowed to be a priest and like a political.
If it was after, then it's a civic right.
If it was after, then okay. But if it was a
priest and decided to go and run on that, then that's true.
No, but I'm just saying, like, for him to be dismissed by the Catholic commission, doesn't that mean that his integrity is questionable? Like, how would he win?
Sometimes some people say they don't want to become priests again. And it was dismissed.
It was dismissed.
So carry the dismissal anointed to Kogina, continue from where stop.
No, not this one. Benue State.
Oh, Benue.
Yeah.
Benue State. Oh,
yes.
No,
then
PDP governorship candidate for Akwa Ibom is a pastor as well.
Our vice president is also a pastor.
He's a pastor as well.
Vice president, pastor. All of them have pastor page as their name.
Watch out, they go send Holy Spirit, go different churches coming soon.
The God that they are.
But everything after that thing is. But let me even ask, can somebody point to one country that God has made better?
Nigeria.
You go ask the people when they.
You are from that country now.
No.
Nigeria.
Because Japan, I don't know if Japan practices Shinto religion. India practices a Hindu.
And among so that's one of them. There are many they practice.
Name them now. It is people that makes a nation great.
Nigerians no more here. Nigerians are sending God on an errand. They say, God, come and kill my neighbor, come and kill my this, die by fire. God will fix the road. When I get to my bed, oh God, let there be light too, because God is never that you're paying.
Their neighbor will die and they say, thank God we escape alive.
Yeah.
Let me read this thing from people.
But you don't care about the other person. One girl shared a statement on Facebook how God saved her from an accident that claimed, I think, 16 lives or so. I wanted to comment on that. This thing. I was so enraged when I read it. Like, are you telling me that those
people didn't deserve to be saved? They're not God. He loves them more than you. They are more precious to God.
The covenant she made within herself and God. So a God who can save you and kill 16 persons is an irresponsible God. Quote me anything.
Transactional. Now, transactional faith that they practice. That Christian magic say more religion.
No, that God should not be served anywhere.
Somebody
has to go hungry or to lose his job for you to get your job. Man, what kind of God is that?
Exactly.
What kind of God is biased and not fair? A God that will make people who fail an exam to have an A, and a God who makes
you preach now. So forget it. Okay, Crypto Magic says something. Crypto Magic said, more religiosity is a measure of lack of government civic responsibility.
Bam.
Enters aim for future. during COVID because messengers of hope of thy kingdom come were on lockdown, so their locks ran riot. Adewale, be like say you dey echo.
No, not me. Oh.
No, Festus, they in spirit. Festus is very passionate about this stuff.
Yeah. Adewale, Adewale, do you follow the Nigerian politics from time to time?
Of course, it does. They tell us about.
I mean, it's in my face. Even if I don't want to call it, it's always in my face.
Yeah.
I just, for me, I used to get up like obsessed with Nigerian politics, and then I just, man, I comedy with this now, make me just laugh. Like that's what I think of it.
We were once like you. We freaking have a playlist on the channel called the Diaspora Wahala.
Yeah.
So we're talking
They
about
follow
Nigerian.
back to back
But
Nigerian.
just like, you know what, this is not even making sense because people that people probably want to try to educate, they're not
They're not
interested in
even
the
even
topic.
watch the video.
So it's like, okay,
They
let's
don't
not
even
just-
have enough. They don't have enough data to watch it anyway. So it's like
They have data.
They
Oh,
have data for bad news.
they have data for bad news. Let me tell you
That's true.
something. Adewale, if you know how many live shows people from Nigeria they watch, let their pastors be doing revival.
that's true.
Let their pastor be doing revival.
The same pastor. I remember growing up. Now I told my mom when I was growing up. I said, as a little kid, I say, why will Papa say we cannot have TV in our house? That if you have TV is a sin. I
It's
said
deeper than
no.
life.
It is what you do with that TV. You can tell me that's what you do with that TV that is wrong, but not having TV. Today, he has one of the biggest cable channel on presently. But he has come out recently to say, oh, some of his teachings, were his own philosophy and doctrine. But why did you impose it on people? People make other people
Watch your eyes
like
open now.
witnesses now. They'll tell you don't do blood transfusion because the life of a soul is inside the blood. How dare you? Many pregnant women have died through delivery because they didn't allow blood transfusion. So this thing is very toxic. The reason why our relationship are failing today is because of this concept of religiosity. You are marrying a, you are not looking at what the person has. See, there are a lot of guys who are not who are not Christians, but men, the way they treat their spouse, you will fall in love. So in the concept of the person need to be God-fearing, the person need to be a Christian. I've seen some people who married.
Have you ever asked them what God-fearing means?
means?
Ask them what God-fearing means. They will tell you that someone that is charismatic and
You
spirit-filled,
might even
sure, but someone that just know. I will just
or they will describe their pastor to you and say that's the kind of man that they want.
yeah.
They'll tell you don't you see the way daddy is, I'm like in my local church back in my hometown, people will be sowing seeds. I want to marry the kind of what they call it, wife that Papa has. Have you gone to live with them? Have you gone to see the way they live? Stop seeing stop building your assumption based on what you see outside.
But
Yeah.
please, I have a question about this papa thing. Why do Christians in Nigeria call their pastors and their pastors' wife mommy, daddy, papa, mama, all those things? I don't get that.
Maybe it's the same way that we call anybody that's not even related to us auntie and uncle.
You say when somebody will ask Catholics, why are you calling a priest father?
Very
But
weird.
he's Reverend Father though, right?
Reverend Father is different from daddy and
Yeah.
mommy.
It's different. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Like
I
that
know.
is. But I'm just saying, like, why would you call like a pastor like daddy, mommy, mom Gio, daddy Gio, daddy, papa? I don't get that part.
It's very, very strange to me.
Yeah.
I don't like
That is the concept of religion. A lot of
African
people
religion.
obey their parents than to disobey their pastors.
Yes, there are many people that don't regard their parents.
You know that if our women back home, if they give 50% of the respect they give to their pastors, if they give to their husband, oh my God, relationship will flourish. You see a woman that is 45 years old calling a boy that is 30 years old, calling him my father and we kneeling down. Welcome, daddy. But your own husband that is 60 years old, you call him by his name. Amos, where are you going? No remorse, no regard.
But what if your husband wants to called Amos. You know, no, first of all, that thing that you said, pet names differ. So that's not a good example. Look for another one. Look for another one. The women that will not make their
The
home
women that will be cooking for their pastor first.
carry the meat
Before they
inside.
will be, yeah,
Watch Nigerian
what
women.
they're supposed to give to their children to eat.
Put
They
the
will
meat
carry
inside
it to go
flask.
and be giving
And
their
that's
pastor,
different.
their single pastor, all those things.
Yeah, they can't give to
You
their
see,
pastor.
you see,
Give the best
this is
to
my father in the Lord.
God.
Mhm. But
God
you are
said
starving.
we should take care of the prophets.
You
But
see,
I think I seen this funny skit on TikTok where there's this guy who does like this funny pranks. So he pretend like he's crazy in front of these
People.
poor, very religious people of this popular church called Chosen in Nigeria, and then the guys start like acting crazy, and then the chosen people will get up and say, "The God of my pastor, do you have
the God of-
chosen?"
Are you
Then they start calling the God of their pastors. I'm like, how are you supposed to call God that you worship, not God of your pastor? Like that doesn't make any sense. But it was
do
just
you even
funny
know
to
the
watch. And
worship? Adewale, do you know the God your pastor worship?
They know.
Do you know
Pastor,
the
they
God?
go back, they collect powers.
Do
It's
you,
their
do
interpretation of respect.
you know the God your pastor worship? I may tell you I'm a Christian. Do you know what I worship? Do you know if I have something I keep in my bedroom? I say,
Nobody
oh,
cares. Oh, it's what you are showing us that they were taking. What we
so
see with the naked eyes, we assume is the same in the spiritual.
you see, imagine if politicians are sworn in and they take them to shrine. I bet you nobody will steal money.
Christians are
Yes.
afraid of children. Like,
I don't know why they're afraid of shrine. Me, if you want to be a traditional worshiper, you with your full chest,
do it, yeah.
you know. But the situation whereby you as a Christian, you'll be dehumanized, you'll be abusing the traditional worshippers, but go behind to go and associate them.
Yeah.
That one is
Many of them go to all these traditionalists. Now, many of all those pastors, they do a lot of underground work. Now, they will can't come out and tell you.
yeah.
Just be telling you, I think I'm very happy now. There was a lady that was like abused, I think last year by one pastor in Benin. And man, a lot of Benin sons and daughters were mad. They said they should get that guy arrested because now people are not going to see that. Why would before who would call those kind of things out? They say, no, that one is evil. You see how will come at night. They say, no, that's the witches. No,
Make
come
I
and
give you cheese to
if you
make I give
how
you cheese.
you go to jail. If you kill an animal here, you
Let me
will
give you
face
my own experience. This one now not be church do amo. Now Yamatanga movie. Whoever know a Yamatanga movie know what I'm talking about. All those Ishaworu things that time back in I used to watch them. I was in primary school, I think. Then at that time I just went to I had recently arrived Texas for my master's this thing. I was staying there, I'm waiting for a bus. Vulture! Vulture there on their own beside the bus stop. I was waiting to enter the bus. They chop bed when don't die. That's number one. I was casting and binding.
Really?
Really? When you don't watch Ayamatanga, they see vulture everywhere. You know the vulture means omen of death. Then the house, the townhome I was living in, right? With my roommate that time, but she was already in the country before me. Cats! Then they go there for warmth. Cats, they will go there for one day. We procreate.
I don't mess with
Plenty and all. I said, what is going on? Those witch movie will be watching. So I'll be thinking that all these animals.
Anybody when name that Nkechi this day.
I will be thinking that this is spiritual force, all these things, bad omen. But this one is from Nollywood.
Movies, yeah,
From those old Nollywood movies. This one wasn't from like church related stuff.
But some people internalize those things and just take it as like this is it.
As I stayed longer and got more exposed, more enlightened, and all this, and I realized that I'm going mental if I continue thinking this way.
Yeah.
Because animals, why I say animals, they have the right to live.
Yeah.
I'm
And
telling
everything
you.
is created by God.
Vulture they chop your own food as it's all right as a living thing. A human being they're casting and binding. Vulture not supposed to chop something. So I stopped. So I when I will see vulture or see bats, that time bats sometimes they will be flying towards evening time, So I no longer have those
Palpitation.
anymore. But that's
like
from Hollywood.
Actually, the vultures and the bat, they're actually essential for I think there's something called circle of life in biology.
Yes.
They're actually essential for that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Without them, there would be like
Imbalance in the
like a
ecosystem.
break exactly. So, but I don't know. For one, as Africans, mostly someone said like we don't like to read or seek knowledge. We're way more like spiritual than more like
Fake
practical, and
spiritual.
that yes, and then
Anything
that
Africans don't understand, they will call it bad omen and say it's bad.
exactly, and that hinders us from thinking critically and logically. So
Yeah.
I kind of want to about today's story. Like I don't know, like the lady sent that message to someone on Instagram. She was asking for help. And I don't know how she's gonna get help or what she's gonna do next. Does anyone like have an idea of what she
I don't
should
know.
do?
People give their
In
advices
the
there.
comment section. So
So there
people
are a lot
just
of good
comment,
advices
people
there.
will like
And,
kind of empathize with her. Maybe she doesn't have anybody
and some
that
people,
is doing
They
that.
were
some people share their struggle to make her know that she's not alone in this.
Because the people around her are telling her that she should like forgive, like she should be
And she
okay
said,
with this, right? So he's
Huh?
reaching out to Diary of a Nigerian girl, and she posts stories like this from people, and people share their thoughts and whatever in the comment section,
comment
and
section
it
advice.
might
And some
help.
people get like their journey of advice from there or something like that.
It might have happened to somebody before, and then they will share their experiences,
I can't even tell her to stay or leave. I don't even have what to say because
and
the,
that's okay.
the kid is the
And that's okay.
just to let them know that that doesn't represent the entire that's not the way we behave. A lot of Nigerians behave. You
Mhm.
know, we have bad eggs among us. That is true. You
Mhm.
know, what happened to her was very very bad.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. So if she needs some support, we can offer some support to her. But that doesn't represent the entire Nigerians. I've seen a lot of Nigerian men that are very responsible. You
Mm-hmm.
know, that are good, that are kind. You know, so but unfortunately, these people get to experience the bad of us.
Mhm.
And they now generalize that, oh, all Nigerian men are bad. So
Yeah.
that experience
I
now
just
to set upside down. It's
Yeah.
not very easy one.
Yeah.
I just hope she gets the help she needs anyways because she's gonna need help with the kid because I don't think the
But
man is actually there. He's probably in the UK with his
And the
British
thing
wife.
about it is that even if the man was even faithful, quote unquote, he wouldn't have even been physically there because he
mm-hmm.
would still be going back to the UK.
Uh-huh. Yes. Ma'am.
Of course,
Annie,
he's most likely in the UK right now
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
because
Annie has an
he
Annie did. Okay. I didn't want to
hello.
talk about you. I didn't want to talk about you. I didn't know if you had finished.
I'm saying that the man is most likely in the UK so that just to
Yeah.
keep his story with the British lady in
Lady.
the UK intact.
Yeah.
So that woman in Nigeria is probably left alone. So
Yeah. She
I
is.
really, I, I really hope her family is around her and they can help and give her this emotional support she needs
I
because
hope
the
so.
baby is coming soon. It probably has
Yeah.
arrived already, anyways.
Probably.
So
Probably. That's what
This
Annie
now will
was
turn
saying
around and
here.
say it is God that gave him papers. Hallelujah.
He will go and give testimony in church.
You can't
Uh-huh.
give he said, I came to the UK, man, brothers, within a space of 3 years, what was very difficult for other people, the Lord did it for me. So hallelujah. I sowed a seed. That's what you just hear.
He
But you
actually
just
saw he saw
this
seed
life,
of iniquity.
yeah, I,
you know.
I actually have another question to ask you guys about um Christianity. I was talking to this lady and then she said that she met this guy who is like he's a lot closer to God and he's more spiritual and the knowledge and all those things. And there was a time that he said that God spoke to him and told him to give his entire salary to the church as an offering. And he did it and eventually like after he did that like a few weeks later he got this very nice job and he's been making a lot of money and I'm like what he did didn't make any sense. What if that didn't happen? And then she was like um she really understands. I'm like because she was like saying that he was sharing his testimony. I'm like, if he did that, he's making a lot of other people think that what he did actually makes sense, that they could actually do the same thing and get, that favor from God. And then she was like, no, they shouldn't take it that way, that they should just think of it like how did she say it again? I got confused. He said they shouldn't, it doesn't mean, what he said doesn't mean they should do the exact same thing, but they should follow what God tells them to do. And then I asked her, like, if you had a partner who was trying to do that, would you accept it? She was like, no, she doesn't think she can actually do it. That's why it's good to marry a partner that you guys are in the same, like, yeah. What did he say? He said like spiritual um
Level. That's very nice.
level. And I was like, then I got confused again. I asked her, I was like, does that mean that that guy is more closer to God and he's more special? She was like, no, it's because he knows God more. I'm like, that didn't make any sense to me. So I wanted to ask you guys, like, how do you interpret that guy's would I say testimony? I'm not really sure.
Adewale,
Now disciple of collectiveness.
The same thing that
He's
is not make sense to you. It's not also making sense for me. That is my own understanding.
he's sowing a seed
So it's God
that is going to
God.
no, not be. He's sowing a seed into that woman's subconscious for the future fruit is going to bear from her, so that in time when he will tell her, remember my testimony story, bring all you have to the throne of the Most High God. And
Jehovah the doubler, we double it.
Jehovah the multiplier, we multiply everything for you.
I don't understand that.
The lady, he has also succeeded because the lady is already convinced that he hears from God.
Yeah.
So
Anyway,
she
said something shocking. She was like, if she heard from God and that's what God had told her to do, that she was going to do the same thing. I was like,
did you
this
think
is.
my answer? Oh, you didn't know I was going to get. You didn't know my answer was going to be exactly what you just said, right?
I didn't know. I didn't know actually. I didn't know. It just sounded weird to me. I thought it was just me. I was like, am I going crazy or something? I don't know.
The guy,
Adewa,
What is guy parents? That's not my business.
because that thing the guy said, he never did it. Now, it's part of the anointed way of talking to people that you want to manipulate in the future. He's sowing his seed, and he has already done very well because he has watered it down with his personality, with the way he's talking, and the girl now she's in awe. So everything the man would ask
Or say, it's yes and
is
amen.
yes and amen, and she would do it. She would do it.
do you know that this concept of all this thing you just said, this concept of seed sowing is like lottery.
It's not seed. I'm not talking of seed of money. I'm talking of the seed of like his based on Adewale's words. When I mean information in this case is what I'm the seed here my own. I'm talking about in relation to Adewale is of information. You know when someone tells you something that is wrong, but they make it look like
they package
it very well. That's the seed.
And you're probably around them a lot, so they keep repeating the same thing to you.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying now. I say this concept of I did this, and God did this. That concept is like lottery. It's in mathematics we call it probability. The chances of it occurring out of every 100 attempts is like 1. So for everybody, some people say, "Oh, I did God my first fruits, or I did God my first salary, and God bless me." It may be only you that came to testify. Why they will have about 100 people who did that, who didn't get the same results. So, principle, they say in physics, they said.
I actually told her the same thing, that it might have worked for that guy, but there are a few people that it didn't work for. And then he said that it means that what they heard was not from God, it was from something else. They should work. They should what did he say? They should be in tune with the Holy Spirit more, so they can have a spirit of discernment. And I was like,
you give up.
That's what winners will tell you now. It's just like when somebody wins an election now, it's going to tell you, oops, it's going to applaud the process. Why those who lose are going to tell you, they were unfairly treated and things like that. The truth is, the chances, let me use physics for instance. In physics, they said the strength of a material is in its universal appeal. Any principle or concept, if we serve the same God, if I pray to God in Ghana I should be able to get the same result somebody who prayed to God in South Korea. Since it's universal,
Oh
if
no.
you are in Nigeria, you are honest in America. True or false?
True.
So why
Correct.
is that the same prayer? Have you observed that when our pastors go overseas, the kind of messages they preach are watered down?
Very, yeah,
They
that's
take
true.
into cognizance the sensitivity of the environment.
Mhm.
I remember, I think 2 years ago, Pastor Chris Priest he did a crusade in UK, and one of the statements he made in an 8 hours broadcast, he was fined. But he can do that in Nigeria and get away with it. You get, so anything that is not universal is not taken as a standard. For instance, if common sense sisters tell me, "Oh, Festus, you need to be more empathetic," empathy is universal. It means the love and the love we have for someone to be able to help them, to reinstate them to maybe a better condition. Your willingness to help people or to reach out to someone. Humility is universal. Respect is universal. But this concept of, oh, I did this, God did this one for me. How many people are getting the same result universally? So it means there's something wrong with that kind of system. It's not something you can preach to somebody and say, oh, accept this. So anything within the portray should be something that can be it can be tried across every spectrum, and it gives the same result.
Yeah.
So sowing seed is not a pathway to success. The secret of greatness lies in sacrifice.
And hard work.
So
Integrity,
about it, if you want to succeed in life, you must pay the price. You know, this idea of some of our men now overseas. How did you make it? You know, how did you become like a soldier? They'll just tell you prayer. That's bullshit.
Oh, God, oh, now God.
The stories.
Oh, you people like that. Now God, it's just God.
And you see some Nigerians will tell you, oh, they ask them, how did you travel overseas? Now God, oh. What do you mean, now God, oh?
God
people
just, how did you get your documents? God did it for me. Everything
You know,
is just God.
see, my brother, it was the grace of God. They just hide under the grace of God. See,
anointing.
you taking, you acknowledge what you put in does not make you arrogant. Right? That doesn't even make you less humble. Tell somebody, oh,
And
how did you?
in Nigeria and Africa,
You know it's fake humility. You know it's scam.
You ask somebody now,
Because
how did you?
they used to the waka.
Say it's humble.
If you ask somebody now, Adewale, how did you pass your IELTS exam? Say, my brother, I sowed seed, you know, and I fasted on the day of the exam. I prepared a little bit, you know,
And I
looked at the ceiling and answers came in.
And I believed.
And I believed. You know, pastors told me I'm going to get a visa. And I got visa. Lord, you're wrong.
You know, that brought out somebody's passport a big visa
from his shoe.
How many years ago?
Why didn't they should have put that this in? You know, when they want to do those, they are fake miracles that they cannot justify. Why didn't the person let's know how capture the person's data on his shoe? Come on, man.
I mean, I remember seeing something on social media, like one South African pastor, after the man predict the woman's current marital situation, you can say, "Am I right? I'm right." The pastor can't drop mic. What can't come up for church?
What?
Yeah, like it was like this rap battle thing. The man just dropped the mic and just walked out, and then the members started hailing him like he's one badass rap.
I watched that stuff they're talking about. It was a young pastor who was giving prophecy. He now dropped the mic.
The man can't walk out. They were hailing him. I was like, I mean, this is a rapper. Doesn't sound like this is like a rapping thing. That's what rappers do when they, go on this rap battle thing.
Crypto Magic is saying something. Yes, this one is very. Thank you, Crypto Magic, for talking about this thing. Especially IVF of older ladies that are ungrateful to fertility doctor. Thank you. Those people that is they will not talk about. I think which is kind of similar to what person was saying.
Yeah,
you don't talk about the process
and the reality. We make people think that
acknowledge the person's experience.
Yeah, somebody that went to school.
No, acknowledging the effort. Let's assume now a woman like this guy just said now about IVF. A woman that's struggling to conceive, now did IVF and got pregnant. You know, if they ask you how did you do this, say, my dear, somebody advised me to try IVF, and I did it. To God be the glory. To work out. That's simple. That's better than not God. That kind of thing is not. It's not good.
So the other woman or the other couple asking for a child, they are not worthy of God's blessings. People don't think about it that way.
And when you're supposed to share information that will help your fellow humans,
share information that will help. If you're coming to this country, we have like every series on our channel of, if you're migrating to Canada as a student, these are the things you should know, these are the things you should bring, these are the things that you will meet, these are the first 7 things you need to do. Tomorrow, somebody come and ask me, Ella, how did you do your migration story? I have it on YouTube. Go and watch the video. The knowledge is for everybody. I will not go and tell you, nah, God, no, money brought me here. Parents sponsored me here. It's not God or love that paid my tuition. It's not God or love that gave me money of house rent. You have to be realistic. But people don't want to be realistic. People are obsessed with the idea.
They think they can pray away their problem
that they cannot touch.
Or reality.
And there's really nothing we can do about it. We'll keep talking about it. And one day, there will be an epiphany for those who care. Right?
Yeah.
That's why we're not as a people, because we don't have good collectivity. If somebody succeeds among us now, the person want to be the only shining star. If you look at
Abuja, bye.
Do you know that an Asian person now, if an Indian person want to write IELTS, he'll go and ask among themselves, how did you pass it? How did you pass it? They're going to give him questions.
Yeah, most of our people don't like sharing their knowledge.
People like it.
They just want to hold it, be the only shining star. Oh, and my company, I'm the only white, I'm the only black person there. You should want to be the only black person there. Do you think you are safe? Normalized. Yes. We don't want our fellow. That's why you see, once people succeed back home in Nigeria now, they want to throw away the ladder so that other people doesn't be like them.
Don't climb.
Go to northern Nigeria now, you see one person walking, the rest of people will be living in abject penury.
Yes.
So when whatever that person, he'll be walking on top of their head. Oh, a large is here, a large is here. We should empower people. Like Dangote now, he's rich. Yes, he should empower a lot of northerners. He has the capacity to do so. I don't know why they are idolizing him when he has.
But he's one man. We don't know what else
he's doing in China. What's his name? This guy that co-founded Alibaba. Look how many people he has empowered.
Yeah, but the thing is that the truth is that Dangote is just one man, and we don't also know what he does and what he's been doing. You get me? Like there's no statistics. His company is not public company.
There are also many average Nigerians that help their fellow Nigerians.
Yes.
So for example, you have people that have their NGO that do women empowerment, youth empowerment, and whatever type of empowerment. They might give people money to do their business or whatever. Sometimes those people too don't want to take the initiative to also help themselves.
They want to always see
after they collected money from this person, they are going to wait for the next money that the other person is bringing. So sometimes people are not. I don't know.
Yeah, Lola is saying that one last thing. Folks say things like, "Nah, God," though, because they want to hoard information that worked for them.
Yeah. That's what pastors are saying. Very true.
I know that he's employing Indians and foreigners, but the thing is that it's just one man. It's just one man. There are so many people. There's some people like this thing. I know that some people have been born helping, but please, there's so many information that if you pass through something,
and it doesn't even have to be monetary.
No, it's just information that will make somebody not
to go through
suffer.
stress. So like the same road that you cross, instead of somebody using a canoe to cross it, they will just get a plane and land there earlier. Information,
just like they do for IT and engineering. Process improvement.
It's like these days now, instead of us writing letters and waiting for the letters to transfer home,
text message.
But in Africa, so some people create that thing.
When they were making the ASCII codes or whatever for computer and all this, they made sure that it will be standard across the globe. Even though it started from America, they made sure that it will be standard so that no matter anywhere a computer is produced, though, whether you type anything, it is this ASCII code. Yes. People don't care. But when it comes to bad news and rumor, they will share it.
People are succeeding faster. Why do you think the Asian economy is growing faster than any other continent? It's because of group collectiveness. me give you statistics. Do you know in Australia here that the highest number of people who get permanent residence, the highest nationality now is Indians. The highest nationality that gets government job in Australia are Indians. They are scaling across the globe. They are scaling across the spectrum. Because if an Indian person enters a place, he will give the same information and tell his brother, this is how you do the interview, this is how you answer the question, this is how you go about it.
You're right.
They are all putting places. During this election, we did recently, do you know that a lot of Asian people now are now entering parliament in Australia?
That's good.
But we
Because they
have
also have to represent the immigrant population too.
Exactly.
If they are paying tax and everything, they have to represent the immigrant population.
Yeah.
Yes, but if a Nigerian person is, if a black person is coming out, we want to pull him down. PhD, pull him down. We don't want the other to grow. You will see if a black person is, let's say, a manager now in a place, you see other blacks who want to even pull him down. Him that is on top, he will not even want to pull people up as well.
No.
So it's both psychology. The ones who are at the bottom want to bring him down. The one who is at the top doesn't want to lift people up. If you
are somebody that is sowing seed of goodness, no matter what, it will germinate. It might take time. It might have some, but it's all about value system.
Even my daddy always says that even what you've done might not even be for you, might be for your kids or your grandkids.
Yeah.
You know, so any way we are, like me, I've gone through a lot of rough time when I came here. If I see a lot of Nigerians, like one of my Nigerian friend I met with recently was telling, he said, Festus, I wish I had met you earlier on. Because the things I was telling them, he was surprised. He said, nobody could share this things with me. I say, you have to seek information.
Because another thing is that, Festus, you take, for example, you do a YouTube channel now, share your this thing. They will not also come and watch.
They won't share the video.
They will not watch.
How we watch?
Or Festus, if they watch it, they will not share it. So it's like the knowledge is just, okay, this is only for me. And that's
me, I live here. If I want to go and buy food now, I go to my Nigerian person, say, this is what I need. If the things that she doesn't have, before I now go to African shop that's owned by white Australian. But most of us would rather go to an Indian shop. Have you lived in India before? Have you ever seen an Indian person go to African shop? What is wrong with us? I'm not trying to play the card of racism. I'm just trying to say we should
sometimes customer service. Apart from customer service, apart from that, sometimes people look at value of what they are getting. So, for example, if you are buying, maybe let's say, pig milk, 2,500 grams of pig milk at your local African store, Nigerian store, and before they sell it for $60, like that's the price. You know that's the price.
And everywhere they sell
everywhere is $60. You come to the shop one day, all of a sudden it's $70.
But you know that.
In
other stores it's $60.
It doesn't make sense. Yeah. So you know, as a person, you know, decide to save your money and go to the other. You can buy the other things at the store or whatever, whatnot. But so all these things I don't even know. There is unity, but it's in a very small sense of unity. So sometimes
the blacks were able to build the Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It was good.
And we also have to realize that when we're talking about all these things, we cannot just talk about it as one race. There are different people with different cultures. So we can say the Indians, but we cannot say what Chinese people are doing for Indians. It's all Asians. No. Because it's also different culture. Yeah. But the thing is, as a human being, just decide to be good and be good across all board. So, for example, when we did our video, Edu series video on people to migrate to Canada, for a student or whatever, the video is not for only Nigerians who are coming. It's for anybody who
because immigration knows they know
like
which
an
country is
international.
different.
It can be for any international person who is coming, but obviously Nigerians will benefit from it because, for example, you're seeing somebody talking in your own accent, coming from your own country, so you understand. If you're talking about the value of naira to dollar, you understand more than somebody that's talking about rupees to dollar and all that stuff. But at the same time,
it's knowledge.
It's knowledge. Africans or black people or whatever, we need to learn how to be attracted to good things
Mm.
and not only bad news.
Mm.
Not only if you look at it now, even sometimes even when you to suggest video, most of the time it's bad news, and you will find people going to watch those things.
Yeah.
They sensationalize the evil, but the ones that have the good videos or whatever, all those things, it does
don't
not trend.
share.
Like good does not trend.
Normally.
People will watch the video and keep it to them. They don't share it. But it's very, very easy to share bad news or to share to share fake miracles. Oh, there's a miracle that angel will drop money in your account. People will share and forward all those nonsense videos than sharing videos that teach you about investments.
Mm. Yeah.
So how can you help or save a people that don't want to be helped or don't want to be saved? And like you was saying, there are also other people that I was not saying, I think it was on Franklin's channel or something. He spoke about it some years ago about a Nigerian guy that brought his fellow Nigerian into the company I was working.
Workforce, yeah.
And that guy sabotaged his job.
Yeah.
He spoke badly about it that helped let him know. If employers fired that Nigerian guy that recommended his friend. So if you have that other guy that has been fired in a place of position tomorrow, he's a human being.
Yeah.
If he sees any other Nigerian applying for this job, unless he's like has the most virtuous, forgiving mind, he will say, I've helped our people before. No, I'm not going to, at least the most part, I don't know this person. I'm not going to make this recommendation. So it's a cycle of never-ending situation.
And then our people will disguise that they are communal. I was telling my sister recently, I said the thing that I used to say, oh, Nigeria, oh, you're not supposed to say, oh, yeah, and our brother is lonely. When you come, if in Nigeria, when you come and somebody will greet you. Now, because NEPA don't take lights.
Yeah.
If there's electricity, nobody they come outside for their house.
Light, everybody goes into their house. So go and catch up with people.
Exactly.
Or you go to your neighbors. If your neighbor has light and you don't have light, they're first of all bearing grudges. But you will still go to their house to go and watch them.
Of course.
So all those things, when you're coming from work, somebody will say, welcome on our line. Lights no day.
It's gossip.
And it's mostly because they don't have jobs.
And no electricity at the Wale because you may not have jobs. No electricity.
Yeah, exactly.
So they sit outside and be waiting. You don't come.
Even this community thing is a scam because from where I come from, mostly it's just about gossip. To be honest. And Pepe body, I better pass this thing. They do.
And it's to look at, so far I am better than my neighbor, then I'm at peace.
Exactly.
So we might all not have light on the street, but I better pass my neighbor because I have a generator. I can use my generator sound to torment my neighbor. Instead of it to be dragging NEPA.
I still remember once transformer blew for our area, the first thing we do, we'll go outside, go check the other streets.
Yeah, so everybody's transfer. So it's united in this.
Now. Don't you know if you let us discover this transformer will blow?
United is suffering.
Yeah. So how can you expect that people that are not united in their own country will be united? Unless they want to share,
or they will not bring tribalism into it. That one is even
there's tribalism.
We have faced our own fair share of tribalism nonsense here now.
Yeah.
In the Canada we are.
Yeah. So people, so Nigerians, they are Nigerians
why can't you speak this language? Well, why can't you do this like this?
Yeah, there are some of them, but it's the life.
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do? I think the passport now.
Sorry?
First of all, Adewale, anyone?
I was like, it's the same thing, but like, why would you still be doing tribal thing in Canada when you guys are very few? How do you get that
one? My own take is the thing was one that Franklin shared when he was talking about an Nigerian guy who after helping someone get a job, the person has sabotaged him. And
that's what Ella was saying. Yeah.
So those kind of things do happen. But for people who do those kind of things, I leave them to their conscience. That is very bad. We set a very bad precedent. Some people make you. There are a lot of nobody's outrightly bad and nobody's outrightly evil.
Yeah.
A good rather. It just is experiences that an environment that shape people's likelihood to be good or evil.
Yeah.
So if, for instance, all I've experienced in life is trauma and people who have hurt me in the past, I'll see everybody as a monster and I'll just see myself as fighting against them.
Yeah.
But if I have experiences, love and support, other kind of things, I want to extend the same olive branch and be able to support people tomorrow.
Yeah.
So anyone's good, nobody's outrightly good. Even Jesus was called good, and he said, no, there's no one good except God. He acknowledged the fact that as far as we live on earth, he can't be outrightly good and he can't be outrightly evil. Even Buhari, I don't like him, but
I
he
beg,
may have
beg.
things-
Like,
certain.
people will not they mention that man.
Your
name.
analogies don't they bend now.
Make we know they
I'm just giving.
Your analogies they bend.
Eh,
It's happening.
sorry. So the thing is, nobody is 100% good. Nobody is 100% bad. So let's try. If
Nigerian
somebody,
politicians are 100% bad. They're
if,
100% bad.
if somebody lends you a helping hand, try and reciprocate at least. No, don't try and destroy that hand that fed you. Don't try and destroy the person who assisted you. You know, you'll see some ladies, another person who assisted you to get a job. You now, or who now assisted you to get a job, you now want to kick the person out of her husband's house. You know, some things like that because your best friend introduce you to her husband so that you can be able to get the husband can help you get a job. You now start sleeping with your husband and kick your best friend out of the matrimonial. People do it. So there's a lot of evil that go on. So if somebody give that extend an olive branch to you, please let's try and do better. Let's try at least forget this concept of religion. Let's follow our conscience. What good do it? Don't do it, please. Let's stop hurting people. It's not nice.
I absolutely agree.
Yeah.
See humanity at
I don't
fault.
know, people will not learn from children. People will not learn. The most intelligent beings, children.
I also don't get this concept of holding information. It's just information. Just pass it across. Just pass it across. What the person does with the information is really none of your business. As long as you pass it.
you.
That's it.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's it. Like a lot of I mean, I've been abroad for a while now, and a lot of my secondary school classmates would ask me how do I move, and I've always noticed it. Most times when I tell them what I did and what I do, they wouldn't message me again for about like 1 year. Then after 1 year, they would message me again. Baba, I take come abroad. Me say if I want come abroad, I'll give them the same information. Do this, do this, do this. They wouldn't reply me again. Then I just started asking them.
They want you to give them unscrupulous
They want
information.
wuru be the answer.
And they want bad information so that they can sleep in Nigeria in the night and wake up abroad the next day as citizens.
Well, I thought about that, and then I also realized that some of them even don't even have the opportunity to do what I did. So it's like me, I moved abroad using education, and at that time, Nigeria's economy was not as bad as it is now. So so it was a bit easier for me, but for them, it's like it's not as easy as for them as anymore. Even some of them already have families and all that stuff, and the next question they would ask me is like, how do I come abroad, like with a job, like without going to school? And I'm like, that's possible, but the main issue there is
A question to immigration. That they want
like they told me how do they get what if they get a job abroad and would that make the easier process like smooth? I was like, yes, it's a lot easier when companies sponsor your visa and everything. You don't have to worry about all this document. But the main problem is getting the job. Like if you can get the job,
to experience.
I'm not trying to sugarcoat anything. I just tell them
They want a miracle answer. Miracle.
God will do it.
I don't know how. I'm not a pastor. I don't know how to do miracles.
You don't have to be a pastor. You have to believe.
Say everything will be fine. That's why visa agents are scamming people up and down. Because
Of
people
course.
will also read. They will tell you,
Of
once
course.
you get to Canada, you just start working. Once you get to Canada, you start working. Once you get to America, you just start working. No, people that have never even been to the country, they are advising
Yeah,
you.
went that plane.
Yeah. They're advising you. Some people don't know how to. They don't like to seek for
And they will
information.
not go and do research.
So I just don't get this. Just tell them the information. Tell them for me, whenever they ask me these questions, I give them the information. I give them the links. I give them screenshot. Just leave it to them. The person is going to take it and put it to good use. If that person is out there, believe me, that person. I've also gotten messages from some Nigerians who tell me, "Oh, you told me this and I tried it and it worked," and I'm like, "Okay, that's good for me. Like that's consolation that yes, I did something good today." Because that person might meet my kid, or that person's kid might meet my child in the future, and just decide to help because of the little thing I did. Just like I don't. Well, sometimes I just feel like as Nigerians, we we don't genuinely love ourselves,
No,
love
we
one
don't.
another. We don't.
Kind.
Like
Love is even strong. Even be kind.
we're not genuinely kind to one another. It's like it's either a competition or you're jealous of this person, or you did pepper body them, all those kind of things. And then we do this suffering Olympics thing. Like
Yeah.
I suffer past you, you suffer past me. If you know suffer reach you, I take suffer. Man,
Yes.
you know if you call me, all those things. I'm like, I don't get it. Like this, even this whole there's this pounded yam thing. Some Yoruba people would say if the pounded yam is not done with the pounding
Water.
stick and water, it's
Yeah.
not as sweet as poundo yam. Like what do you? Or if you don't turn the amala properly with the there's this stick we call omoro. If you don't if you don't do it with that thing, it's the sweet. And there's actually Oyibo people not even invent this machine wey be say if you use take the turn because to turn amala hard. No be easy work. Oyibo people no invent this machine wey be say if you use the turn the amala, talk say
I'm
no.
telling
Say look at the softness of the amala. That one don't look like amala. I'm like Nigerian.
If you can't use suffer, if suffer is not part of the ingredients,
Yes,
the
so
food is not sweet.
yes, so
There has to be a
Like, what-
sprinkle
what's
of
that? What is that? Like, what's that
Nige-
thing? What's this suffering thing? I don't
Nigerians
understand.
glorify suffer. They misguide suffer as hard work and tenacity
and humility.
and humility. They do
I'm
it.
just like, man.
And the thing is that you can't reason with them. So it's like, okay, that's what you think.
For me, I've given up anyways. I don't. For me, like arguing with like people I knew back in Nigeria now. I don't do it anymore because it's like it
Now you're
turns
wasting
this
time.
animosity, and
Yeah.
they'll start making you feel like you're how do I say it? Like because you have more knowledge than them, you're trying to put it over their heads,
Mhm.
and I don't like that feeling. So most of the time, I just keep quiet.
Yeah.
It saves me a lot of stress.
Why did you go abroad? Because you traveled yesterday.
You think you're not like the white man.
Exactly. So,
But you're watching white man's Netflix.
Mhm.
And white man's
exactly. So I'm like,
You can't.
everybody should be alright.
Yeah.
last, everybody go there, all right.
Last.
As I was talking here, Nigeria is active thing in PDP.
Mhm. Political breakfast.
Political jingoism. They are lifting
Even
this.
even my secondary school friends, all of them when they marry, they born picking. So I'm like, they're living fine, I guess.
Adding to 200 million.
Mhm. Have
How
you?
dare you born a child in that Nigeria right now?
I
If
see.
you have not, like,
I
if
see.
you have not attained a certain level in life,
And you
how dare you bring another citizen to me?
Season misery. And you say the God, are serving a God that will
God
provide.
bring us.
Actually, someone said that even in war, people give birth to kids. So
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It will be part of the life process.
Oh, I beg.
You're right. I think the fact of not taking it to heart that okay,
It will save you a
passion
lot of stress.
yes, it's going to save you a lot of stress because
Like-
if you have a high expectation, blood pressure will go up.
even right now, I don't intentionally watch Nigerian news. I just let the one that I can't run away from hit me. That's intentionally watching Nigerian news is like increasing your pressure in tension, like attaching a pump to your heart and increasing the pressure yourself. That's how it is. Because like every day is just one sad story. Some people were
Yeah.
died. I'm like, no, I can't. This thing is messing up with my brain. I don't even do it
No,
anymore.
don't keep internalizing that.
Psychologically, it's very draining.
I can't do it anymore. Like every day on the news in Nigeria, it's like some people were fight somewhere, somehow, and something
Yeah.
happened. I'm like, no, this is too much.
Mhm.
So
It's
yeah,
like
I mean,
it's like if there's good news, it's a surprise.
it's a big surprise, a big one, big one.
Yeah, and then it's like
In
life
fact,
doesn't
please,
matter.
video on Netflix, like a Z word, extraordinary every day.
Another audacity I just read on Instagram right now. Some people are really, really crazy.
Yeah, people are crazy. Oh,
Oh my goodness. I don't know if I should share this with you.
what is that?
I don't know if I should share this stuff with you. It's about another relationship
Who
thing.
wants to? Ella, do you want to have some rice and veggies?
Oh, you are eating. Oh my God.
That
Thank
sounds very
you.
yummy.
Nobody has really offered us food. Nobody has offered us food.
No.
Thank you, Festus.
Let's share this thing with you guys.
Maybe we'll have rice and veggies this evening.
Yeah.
What do you think? Thank you for that dinner idea.
Thank you. Yeah, because we have
We have been
a
struggling with what to eat since we have a foriro, so we'll
Mm.
have like rice and a foriro for dinner.
Yeah. Mama, as you're eating it, just be hearing
As
this
you're
gist.
eating it, you and Adewale, and then and the remaining people that are still here with us.
Mm.
I just
Just packaging it. I'll be going out soon for my other job.
Oh, that's fine. When you're about to leave,
anytime
that's
when you're
fine.
leaving, that's fine. Thank you. Really, like make this live show very lively.
I just love you guys too, man. I've got to support you guys, man.
Thank you. Thanks, Festus.
See the gist, though.
See this
Nah,
one.
nah, nah.
No. Relationship 4 hours ago. This woman is saying, my husband just came back from work by 7 o'clock. Had the bath. I said in his food. He rejected it and told me that he wanted to eat fish pepper soup. By that time, I also just came back from work. I told him that it was not possible, that he should wait until tomorrow. Fish pepper soup is something I have to plan and it takes time. He got upset and called me lazy. In my presence, he picked up his phone and called the girl. He put the phone on speaker. That is, the husband put the phone on a speaker. Where am I? And told the girl that he wanted fish pepper soup. The girl responded and told him that she will rush to the supermarket now and buy fish. He should start coming. My own husband dressed up and drove out of the house. I was just looking at him in shock as he dressed up, picked up his keys, and zoomed off. I need to know if I did anything wrong. Do you think I should have gone out to buy fish that night? I just came back from work too after the long traffic. What can I do now? This is the height
Your husband was looking for excuse to go and fuck outside.
of disrespect.
Your husband was looking for excuse to go and knock outside,
That's what Chiam
and he already planned it with the babe that they will use pepper soup.
That's what Chiam
as
is saying
the
in the
bait.
comment section. People see what I highlighted. Chiam is saying, my dear, you did nothing wrong. He was just looking for a reason to show you that he's cheating and hold fish as leverage. Stupid man. Okay, I give Chiam hats from here. Audacity.
You see how? On the see how the audacity. Is the audacity that they have. They have no respect. All this type of thing. No respect for their wife.
He want to go and do jiggy bum bum.
No respect.
He has seen himself as a lord, and in the household, so he can do or say whatever he wants.
So that he will go and tell his friends that he's cheating on his wife because of fish pepper soup.
I don't understand.
Go to church
You guys
tomorrow now.
I don't understand. Like, you guys got back from work. You can see that you're tired. Your wife is obviously tired. She takes her time. She's not even had her own bath. You've gone to the whatever you've done, you freshen up. She cooks for you. And then you reject the food. Baba, you know what chop?
He did not also reject it. He called a girl in her presence and requested and put on speakerphone for the wife.
In Nigeria, where they're kidnapping people day and night, you say you go rush for married man, go buy fish quickly.
That the man should be coming over.
He said, "I won't go cook for me."
He said it in front of his wife. They don't have respect.
And he dressed
for
up
women.
and left.
And he dressed up and left.
He left.
And the woman is in shock. Who will be in shock?
And he will come back to that
It'd
house.
be like Nollywood in front of her eyes.
He will come back to that house to sleep and go to church the next morning.
Of course.
I say, praise the Lord. And they say, Brother James has been married for 14 years. They are just.
All those people that were married in
And he wants the lady to cook for him at that point.
fish.
There's no fish. But maybe had already made dinner. The wife already made
So
dinner.
there's probably no fish at all. You have to go out to go and buy fish.
It's tantrum to go and knock outside.
And he, even after, let's assume the lady even did that stuff, went extra mile again. He'll still want to knock her on top. If the lady did not have
she actually wants catfish pepper soup. Then he will call the side.
Now is the audacity to call another woman in front of your wife.
In front of your wife. Like, I don't get it. Like, I get it. You might not love the woman anymore, but where's the compassion in that? I don't I don't
He's
understand.
insensitive. That's all I'll say. He's
Disrespect.
insensitive to
No,
the
he's
ladies.
disrespectful. Not totally insensitive. He's
Disrespect, like
very disrespectful.
she's your wife. She's not some. I don't get it.
He knows
Man.
that the woman not go anywhere that night.
Of course, she
And the woman
wouldn't.
is so shocked.
It's like all this was if they on the way to the side chick last night, they kidnap him now. If they kidnap him now and he's to the side chick house, then we post this picture of that man missing in Nigeria. You don't know.
And then the man's family will start begging the woman to, maybe he has an accident on his way to the side chick's place, and he's bedridden. The man's family will beg his wife, the one at home, to take care of the man, while the side chick, she's already overseas, so she can't take care of another woman's property.
Yeah.
Just like.
Like Adewale, that thing just came out
I
now.
was just literally on Instagram.
Now. It's the audacity where the men don't those men don't have respect for their women. Have no respect.
When you see yourself as lords, it's like I'm above the Lord. There's nothing you can
No
do.
price.
Lord that does not to conquer countries and conquer territories. I don't understand.
Lord, when they bring solution.
Now polygamy
But they
is out.
Woman will be looking at herself like, Abi, something's wrong with me. Like, is it a dream? Because somebody will be like, if it's a dream, someone should slap me. Let me wake up from it. The audacity, no fear, because you think that you are the prize. You know, go leave house now. Now my wife, wait till she will
man
leave
of
you.
iniquity.
I'm a man now. It's a man's world. Men are polygamous in nature. The way to a man's heart is through his stomach, and he has to make a choice. Yeah.
I mean, he just has yes. I mean, for someone to do that kind of thing, you probably
Most of our men that live overseas, they cook alongside their wives.
This is not overseas. This is Nigeria.
Nigeria.
And living in overseas, no, they change anybody. If you want to change as an individual, if you want to
That's
evolve,
why they
you
want
change.
very culture.
like. I mean, for me, I've always seen when someone cooks and I eat, how do I see it? I see that something like as a privilege, because it took that person's energy and compassion and love for you to cook and time, because cooking requires time and patience for it to come out that sweet. And then the person prepares the food for you and say you don't want, that you want another one, and then you pour, and then you prepare. Now that pepper soup will kill him for that inside chicken also. I'm sorry.
He call on speakerphone. I can tell you, Adewale brethren will call in and tell like that. There's an spiritual attack.
It's the yoke of a marriage.
And God has now shown you by the virtue of your husband calling to confirm that there's an evil woman
out there. So you have to pray and cast and bind.
Oh!
I'm tired. Me, I want to go and eat like a Festus. I want to go and burger.
This is what go and pass of 10 Psalm 45.
Yes.
Psalm 92.
Guys, I have to go. It's 1
All right, same here, man.
Yeah.
Thanks, Adewale. It was nice chatting with you.
For spending your Saturday with us, and Festus for spending your Sunday with us.
Have a wonderful day, guys.
Bye, guys. Bye.
Take care. Bye. Bye, Adewale. Bye, Festus. Oh my. I should stop.
All right, thank you very much, beautiful ladies.
Take care.
Thank
Take care. All the best. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Audacity plenty for market. Oh, stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Some people will come here with their myopic mind and call it tradition. Nigeria,
so
where they
going? We're all going.
We're all going, no.
I bet since we're talking about food, let us play the food.
Yes. If you're in the GTA area, make sure you visit.
You're looking for who to cook for you, who to eat from.
Welcome to Yo-Yo-Me-alicious, the best Nigerian online food service in Toronto, Canada. We deliver to Toronto, Concord, downtown Toronto, Etobicoke, North York, Thornhill, Vaughan, Woodbridge, Mississauga and Scarborough. Order now at yoyomealicious.com. A unique taste of Nigeria. Follow us on Instagram at yoyomealicious. Like and share this video. Nigeria to the world.
All right. Thank you everybody for watching. And until we see you next time, don't forget to subscribe and smash the like button and share the video. That's just common sense.
Let's keep growing.
Nobody
man.
needs
Like,
to be telling you to
don't
spread
keep all
common
this wisdom
sense.
to yourself. Don't be like that. That's
Okay. Until we see you next time, take good care of yourself and then
monitor the community page.
may common sense never deteriorate from you. Not depart now. Because some people now it will depart and come back. Let it not be deficient.
May you never elude.
May you never elude or exclude you. Let common sense not see you and be running away.
May you pursue you to the right direction.
May your decision not be decision of iniquity.
And may you not come across people of iniquity.
May you not come across people.
But
of
when you
iniquity.
come across them, you will become
and if you
in love.
exactly, and if you support people of iniquity, may iniquity follow you.
Yes, and if you're an iniquitous person, may iniquity also
So follow you. Yes, and until we see you next time, may common sense,
Never
last, never depart from you. Bye.
Bye.